had enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good morning.
Yeah.
It has to start with a good morning, right?
Does it?
I guess.
Yeah, I think it does. Hi.
Roll over and say good morning and hope the morning breath isn't that bad.
I don't like sex in the morning, man.
What, Jimmy?
That's why I don't like sex in the morning. The morning breath is terrible. Can't get over it.
Can't get over the...
Turn your head in the opposite direction. Bury your head in the neck and go...
Speaking of which, I know we're a little late on this, but I finally saw it. The Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, Indiana Jones, South Park rape thing.
Wow.
I guess these guys...
Getting away with murder.
Well, they're getting away with murder, and I guess they officially don't care.
Yeah.
Officially don't care.
They must have so much FU money that it's just at the point where they're going to go. I think they're trying to get thrown off, but just can't do it. I don't know what it would take after watching George Lucas and Steven Spielberg rape Indiana Jones multiple times.
3 or 4 times.
During the episode.
During the South Park episode about the Chinese, by the way.
As Cartman and Butters go into a Chinese restaurant dressed in stereotypical Chinese wear and just making, talking in stereotypical Chinese speak.
Yeah.
I'm amazed. I guess people just gave up on trying to get them in trouble and just said, all right, well, it's just a cartoon. It's just South Park.
Well, they've gotten to the point where people could say, it's South Park.
Yeah.
But they're doing horrific things. And we think they should be able to do horrific things.
I was laughing my ass off.
And they were trying to rally the troops with this whole Indiana Jones rape episode. And it kind of started like, there were some rumbles last week, and then it kind of, or what? When was the episode?
It ran, I believe it ran on Yom Kippur.
Last Wednesday?
Yeah, last Wednesday there was a big stink about that.
Yeah, so there was...
What's the big deal?
Well, they were upset that these two Jewish icons were raping their character, Indiana Jones.
The religion had nothing to do with it.
But it was on a holy day.
No, who cares?
Who cares about that?
That's the part of him they were concentrating on.
Yeah, exactly.
People want to bring the religion into everything. So what? Every day, if you look, I bet every day is some kind of holy day in some stupid religion.
All right, let's find out what today's holy day is.
What's today's holy day? Is it the Catholics, Christian, Jews, the Muslims, Buddhists? What is today's holy day?
Yeah, we'll find out. Start Googling.
Because parking is suspended.
It is suspended today. That means something's going on.
So it's the god of parking? Are we paying tribute to the god of the parking meter or something?
Yeah.
The alternate side of the street god?
What is this? Oh, yeah, an episode. There were some rumblings late last week.
Rumble.
It's died down already. An episode of controversial cartoon series South Park has sparked outrage after depicting Hollywood director Steven Spielberg in a rape scene with Harrison Ford. The show made its season 12 debut on the Jewish holiday of Yom Kippur on Thursday. In the opening episode entitled "The China Problem," the show's characters have flashbacks of Indiana Jones star Harrison Ford getting raped by Jewish director Spielberg and his fellow filmmaker George Lucas. That's just a coincidence, by the way.
Yeah, what is it? It didn't have anything to do with the storyline. It wasn't like, we're Jewish, we're going to rape.
Yeah, they don't think that far.
I love how they don't try to imitate anybody either. It's just, well, we're going to rape you.
Yeah.
They always use that voice, but that voice kills me.
Can we get some clips from this show? Anti-Defamation League spokesperson Mirna Shinbaum tells the New York Daily News South Park has been offensive and has had very anti-Jewish pieces in the past. We understand that the show's trying to satirize, but it may get lost on those who are haters. According to reports, bosses at Paramount Pictures have scheduled a meeting with executives at its parent company, which produces the blah, 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 blah. Comedy Central Senior Vice President Steve Albini says, we don't comment episode by episode on South Park or whether they cross the line, but South Park has a history, and people know what they are getting into when they watch it.
Yeah. And it's like, anti-Semitic on that show? Yeah. But anti-everything.
Oh, of course. The Chinese stuff was probably worse for some people.
Yeah. Like, they didn't even bring that up. That was like, I'm sure these Asian groups would love to be up in arms about that one.
Yeah.
And then I've seen him on Muslims, Scientology.
Well, Cartman goes into the Chinese restaurant because he realizes that the Chinese are coming, and he figures he's got to take on the Chinese, so he goes to the local Chinese restaurant. And he's got one of those rice patty, stereotypical,
the pointy hat
on.
Yeah.
And then Butters has the tiny little, I don't even know how to explain it, like kind of like the type of hat you would wear if you had like a Fu Manchu.
It looked like just a red soup can on his head.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they put these giant front teeth in.
Yeah.
And then they made their eyes, they put makeup on their eyes.
Yeah.
And then they were just speaking in that stereotypical Chinese speak that every kid has done in every schoolyard forever and ever that we, for some reason, can't do here.
We have the worst lawyers in entertainment. Just describing this episode of South Park could get us fired. That's how they work down there in Washington, these dopes.
Apparently they think that their idea of handling a case is grabbing their ankles and going, okay, do what you will.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right.
Suck.
Yeah, you know what happened to Harrison Ford? That's what our lawyers do to take care of the special interest groups. Okay, I'll bend over and take it. Oh, that's good.
Oh, whatever you want from me.
Yeah. Because if we did any of that stuff in that South Park episode of the Asian stuff, we'd be fired.
Yeah.
And I think, aren't we one big happy family?
Words hurt.
Does CBS still own Comedy Central?
Well, Viacom.
I mean, Viacom, whatever, sort of.
And we've spun off.
Cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah, we spun.
We're a spin-off episode.
Yeah.
We're a spin-off show from Viacom now.
Unbelievable, but
Viacom.
The episode is hilarious. They're doing all the famous rape scenes. I don't know the first one. The second one was
the first one was the one with Jodie Foster on the pinball.
No. There was one before that.
There was?
Yeah.
It was Looking for Mr. Goodbar was the pinball machine.
Was it?
No, the accused.
That was the accused?
That was the accused.
Before that, Looking for Mr. Goodbar. Go back
before
and
the pinball, you're saying?
Yeah, the pinball episode is almost a perfect copy of the Looking for Mr. Goodbar with
Don't Google.
19.
I'm telling you, man. I think it's the accused.
I remember Looking for Mr. Goodbar, and that was
she took it on the pinball machine.
I'm going to go with the accused.
I know the accused.
Wasn't the accused a pool table?
No, it was pinball machine.
But this pinball machine predates that one.
He's spiraling out of control live on the air.
I'm sticking to my guns here.
Okay.
This pinball machine predates your pinball.
No,
Danny, prove him wrong, please.
There were three famous rape scenes they reenacted. Definitely Deliverance.
Deliverance was, for sure.
I say The Accused was the second one, and the first one looked familiar, but I can't think of the movie.
Was it outdoors or in?
Outdoors.
I Spit on Your Grave. That was a good one. That was a brutal rape scene.
You guys see that one?
Let's say hi to Tony in Cleveland as we get that up there. Tony, what's going on?
Hey, boys, what's happening?
Hey.
You know what? Today's holy shit. Cleveland won a game.
No, brother. Yeah, and holy crap, your line didn't make it on the air.
Tony, you chose to talk to about a third of the audience today. Yes. So
my ears are not garbage cans.
Yeah. No, the Browns beat the Giants. Yes. Hate Big Blue.
Big Cleveland Browns fan, are you?
Well, no, I'm not a Big Blue fan.
No.
No, and the Browns did kick the Giants' ass last night in Monday Night Football, 35-14. Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm a fan of? That goddamn treat Stupid brought in. I've had two of them.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. That's a little tease. We'll get into the treats in a minute. Yes, Travis.
I have your rape answer.
Huh?
I have your rape scene answer.
Oh, good.
All right.
The Accused.
Yeah.
Clockwork Orange.
Oh.
Deliverance.
That's why.
But how do you know
But I've never seen Clockwork Orange.
How do we know it's the accused and not Looking for Mr. Goodbar?
Because you're the only one that thinks it's Mr. Goodbar.
Has anyone seen Looking for Mr. Goodbar?
You know, the stock market went through the roof yesterday, except for one person's stock. Stunt Brain stock has gone down, my friend.
Oh, boy. I don't recall a rape scene in there except like at the end when she gets killed by, what's his name?
There is a scene atop a pinball machine.
Yeah, but this one in South Park was so obviously the accused because I think they even In The Accused, doesn't like
Berenger, very good, Logan.
a glass of beer fall on the floor and everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as she's getting
and people are
pounded.
egging her on,
Yeah.
egging them on. I think in Looking for Mr. Goodbar, isn't it consensual? Like, I think everything she does is consensual because she's a whore. She's
Everything
like a teacher in
until
the
the end?
daytime. Well, at the end, when Tom Berenger stabs her to death.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
right. That
I don't
was
think that's
great.
the truth. Yeah.
She banged Sergeant Barnes.
Yeah, Barnes.
Scott from Hot Pog writes.
Jewish.
Scott from Hot Pog writes, after watching that horrible fourth Indiana Jones, I feel like my wallet got raped. Well, I think that's what they were going for in South Park, right? That they were just raping the
franchise.
The franchise. Because near the end of the episode, they have is George Lucas raping a stormtrooper.
Stormtrooper in his house.
Let's say hi to Jose in Washington Heights.
Squeal like a pig, boy. Squeal. Dude, Deliverance, totally. That episode was on point, man. What the hell was the refrigerator scene? What was that? It really made no sense. And then aliens at the end?
Yeah. Well,
Garbage,
they try to get
Garbage.
something going with this episode, but, it's already calmed down, all the outrage.
What about the shooting a guy in the dick?
Yeah, that was pretty funny, too, but...
You just don't shoot a guy in the dick, man. You don't.
Well, now we're just all talking in code here, aren't we?
They're so good at it.
Yeah, thank you, Jose. That's two dumps in the first 10 minutes of the show.
You sound like we're underwater.
Yeah, Dave in Boston. How are you, Dave?
I'm outstanding. How you guys doing?
Well, what's up with your Red Sox, man?
They're dying. They're dying.
They lost 9-1, my friend.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm more of a hockey fan.
Go Islanders.
And Joe Torre's Dodgers having a rough night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Montreal Canadiens, there's my boys.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I grew up in Canada, so.
Okay. Well, you could get to Montreal pretty fast from Boston as well, so. What do you got, Dave?
Love it. Well, I'm telling you, that's The Accused. I've already read it online. That one scene was definitely The Accused. They also mentioned Deliverance. They didn't compare that first scene to anything. I think that was basically just kind of an introduction to the idea that Indiana Jones was getting raped.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, sir.
All right.
I want to see the
Thanks,
Clockwork one.
Yeah,
Does he
see
have
what it is.
Does he put a ball in the guy's mouth and
No,
tape it?
nothing like that. So maybe it is just a setup rape scene. The Holiday Inn. Here you go. Here's your answer, Craig. What's going on?
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
Today is Sukkot. It's a Jewish holiday, Sukkot. Sukkot.
And what is where's David?
David!
Where's
no.
David?
I'm not sure.
Hold on.
I think
Today and tomorrow.
we should find out
Well, give me.
what this holiday is through our own Jewish intern,
Wait for your music, you
David.
dope.
David.
Where's his music? Do we have his music?
Of course. Just look under Jewish song.
So,
Oh,
right, come on in,
I like
David.
this. David? There's my David. David's got a fresh haircut. You look very good.
It's good. What'd you model after this boy's life? I know a thing or two about a thing or two.
Where'd you go? The lemon tree?
Take your time.
Good morning.
If I was a rich man, figured I'd sing a little song.
What's up?
So anyway, do you know anything about this holiday?
I know some.
What's it called?
Sukkot.
Sukkot.
Yes.
I like it. It's got Sue in it, so you know it's a Jewish.
Who's coat?
Bernstein versus Coat. Sukkot. Okay.
Yes.
And what is this holiday? What does it represent? I know there's a lot of tradition, very
Yeah.
old world stuff with Jewish holidays. What is this one, David?
Well, it's just it literally means Feast of the Tabernacles in English. That's what it is.
What's it mean?
It's called for some.
Feast
It's
of
called
the
Feast of the
Tabernacles.
Tabernacles. Is what it is in the English. Yeah, whatever that means. That's what it is.
Tabernacles.
Feast of the what?
Feast of the Tabernacles. Yeah.
That's where you draw that out. Tabernacle.
Tabernacle.
It's a
That's how he says it.
harvest
Feast
That's
of the
correct, Sunbrain.
Tabernacle.
It is a harvest event. Some of it is promoting like
What's the feast of what?
the tabernacles.
Tabernacle.
And some of it is like has to do with like a feast of like harvest, like you represent like the different like when the Jews went out and like harvested all their fruits and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And there's a certain little like tree type thing that you do and you take to the temple and you move around, you shake around like it's called a lulav, and you shake it around. And
You
there's
shake the lulav.
yes, and then there's also an etrog. It's like a lemon.
etrog.
It's like a lemon type thing that you hold next to it when you're shaking the lulav.
You hold
Lulav.
a lulav and a lemon thing?
It's called an etrog. It's like a lemon. It's sort of like a lemon, but it's much sour, and you don't want to. Yeah.
Of course. Why would it taste good?
Yeah.
Bitter.
Correct.
You and your bitter herbs.
What do you do with the lemon thing?
Yeah. What
You
is
just hold it when you're shaking the lulav.
Why do you shake the lulav?
I don't really know like, all the rules. There's like different rules, and there's ways that you shake it. Like you have to go like to one corner of your behind you, in front of you, and to the right, to the left. There's always different rules of
Oh,
how you
wow.
shake it.
So you.
And there's more about Sukkot. Like you have to like remember how when the Jews were like wandering around in the desert and they didn't have anywhere to live, and they had to like make tents. So you have to live like out for it's a week, and you have to live for a whole week in a tent.
You're
Stop
screaming,
it.
David.
I'm serious. You have to live in a tent for a week.
You have to live in a tent for what kind of religion is this, David?
Well, it's not a tent. It's like Sukkot. So it's called a sukkah. You have to
A
live in a
sukkah.
sukkah, and you
Oh.
and it has like walls, and you decorate it with like trees and
Because it's sukkahs.
yes, but it's not a tent. It's not like a tent, like a real tent shape. It's like a square thing you live in. On the top of it, you decorate it with like leaves and tree branches on the top of the tent.
Really roughing it.
Yeah.
What is it? A special tent? Like, do you buy this thing just?
Yeah, you can
for
buy
this?
it at like Jewish like
At Jewish stores?
At a Jewish store, you can buy it. They have pre-made ones that you can buy, so you don't have to worry about assembling it on your own.
And then you go into your backyard,
Well,
or
you
is
have to
this
like
done in your
attach it to
living
like
room?
you have to attach it to like the side of your house, and you're supposed to live in there. You're supposed to sleep in there for the whole entire week and eat your
But what
meals
if
in the
it's
tent.
cold?
You have to you wear a blanket. You have to put a bed in there, like really ultra orthodox
And
Jews.
how do you do it in Manhattan?
It's tough, man. It's tough for this.
You have a tent
You have to
outside
like,
your
do it on
building?
like your fire escape, like
I've
some
seen some homeless people that celebrate that every day with a blue tarp.
some like super duper Orthodox Jews like sleep in the sukkah for the whole entire week. They sleep there and they eat all their meals there. They don't leave it. They like live in that for the whole
They
week.
go to the bathroom in it too?
Yeah, what about that?
So you guys are like,
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
you guys are going against your religion, man, because we don't see a lot of tents.
Yeah.
They're around. It's kind of hard to do do the tent on,
Yeah,
on
but
an
you
apartment
know-
building.
Yeah.
But
Some Jews like put the tent on their fire escape.
But just because it's hard, you still got to do it, or whatever happens to you guys when you die is not
Yeah.
going to happen.
Religion ain't easy.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't just decide that this is one we're not going to do anymore. God doesn't look at that stuff or whatever you pray to, the Jehovah's or whatever you
No,
said
he's not like,
last week.
he lives
Yeah.
in the city, I'll cut him some slack.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
You better get your tents and get to the parks.
Get your tent.
Yeah.
A tent. And
hell,
this
man?
and this represents being lost, like, or just wandering the desert.
It
And
has something to do with like remembering how like a lot of the Jews like lived out in the fields, and when they did the harvest and they wandered around, they
they
didn't have
fight
anywhere
for
to
their
go.
meals.
Yeah, so they lived
Right
in
back
so when they were living outside, they lived in like a tent type thing. So they have to remember that. So you eat your meals there, you live in it, you sleep in it.
Your religion has a lot of I'm not worthy
It's
stuff.
a lot of
Yeah.
just
I'm
let
not
me
worthy.
suffer and feel bad and just
Right.
oh wow. Have some fun. Lighten up, Jewish people. Do you have a fun holiday? I know I said like that, and you said Hanukkah, but I'm
Hanukkah
like,
is pretty much like the
That's
only
it.
fun holiday. There's Passover is not fun at all because on Passover,
No.
Passover you can't eat any bread or grain.
no, you eat unleavened bread.
You eat matzah. Yeah, that's not
and,
fun.
And bitter herbs.
Correct. Bitter herb.
What? Because
wrong with you guys?
Because it's got to remind you of the bitterness, the
bitterness and the tears that were
and
streaming
the
down.
tears.
The tears, yeah.
Oh my God! As this bad spirit passed over your door because you put the lamb's blood on it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, and that was to keep the boogeyman away, so he wouldn't take your firstborn.
Right.
Firstborn,
Well,
male, I think, right? Was it the
Yeah.
guy? Yeah.
we got a tent city happening here in the city. Andy in Queens, what do you got?
Hey, good morning, boys.
Good morning.
Shalom, David.
Shalom.
Hello. Yeah, when you drive down Bedford Avenue through Williamsburg there, the Orthodox area, they have those tents built out of tarps and 2x4s on every back patio of the apartments, the high-rises and everything, the projects. They just have the tents built right on the patios outside out of blue tarp and 2x4s.
Well, how about that?
Wow.
Who knew?
We learned something new today.
We always do.
And we'll forget it by tomorrow.
With David.
Yeah.
I'll remind you tomorrow that the holiday's the whole week.
It's the whole week?
Yes.
And you can...
The whole week, Anthony.
And you can go, you could go to work and everything. You just gotta...
Yeah, you can go to work. Yeah.
And it's no sundown thing where you gotta be home by sundown kind of a thing?
No.
No, this time you just have to live in a tent.
You live in
Last
a
week
tent.
was sundown stuff. This week is live in a tent.
Live in a tent and shaking a lulav and etrog when you're in the temple.
Is there ever not a Jewish holiday?
There's always a Jewish holiday.
It seems like there's always something for the Jews to have to do.
There's one day like later on when was the destruction of the Holy Temple and you have to fast for the whole day just to commemorate the destruction of the Holy Temple one day. That's a fast. They make up rules of when you have to fast and stuff.
Wow.
You know, instead of all this fasting, you guys could have built another temple.
Yeah. Why just sit there and go, oh, the destruction of the temple, let's not eat.
Pick up
How
a
about
hammer.
You eat a big meal, you get some energy, and start swinging a hammer.
That's good. That's a good point.
Why not?
Yeah. Jeez. We can solve your problems that this religion has.
Wow, David.
All right, David. It's a short one today. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
So
thank you.
It's called Sukkot.
Sukkot, correct.
Sukkot.
Or Feast of the Tabernacles.
Someone is saying Ocean
Tabernacle.
Parkway has a ton of tents today. That's a highway.
No, the Ocean Parkway in Brooklyn.
Oh, all right, Joe. What do you got? Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
Joe in Brooklyn. Yeah, go, Joe.
Yeah, they're all over in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
guys gotta
I used
teach
to live
Jews,
around
they
there.
run the whole country, Anthony. What are we going to do?
Like he's in the, hey, what are we going to do? Like, I have the plan.
All right, so if you see tents out there, that's what's going on.
That's what's going on. Now you know. You know something? I think this is good.
You think?
It educates everybody to other people's religions, and you're not sitting there going, what the hell is that? Like, I would be driving through Brooklyn or something and look and go, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Is everyone renovating their patio or something? Or, well, but now you look and go, okay, it's Sukkot.
All right.
And those are sukkahs.
Let's see how
Correct.
You got to shake the thing in the lemon.
Let's see how many days we go in a row with another religious holiday.
Yeah.
Today is Sukkot.
And tomorrow.
And tomorrow.
So that's the whole week.
Well, the whole week. So
The
then
week
we got to
of
start
Sukkot.
worrying about next week, what religious holiday it is.
David, is that all it's called, is Sukkot?
Yes.
What's another name for it?
Oh, Feast of the Tabernacles.
Tabernacles. On
Feast
the
of the-
special endeavor.
Feast of the Tabernacle.
Tabernacle.
I don't know what a tabernacle is, but that's what it's called.
It's a course or something. All right, we do have to take a break.
I want to hang out with David.
Thank you, David.
I think
Oh,
David,
is that one right there?
David
Is that a
fun
picture
guy.
of a...
That's
it looks like the wind comes right in that thing.
That's one of your tents?
That's it.
Even when you make a tent, you got to suffer.
If it rains, you get wet.
Yeah.
It's
How
like
about a roof on
it's
your
supposed to be like
tent?
a happy thing, the tent, and you decorate it with all these like decorations, and like you put like pieces of fruit all around it, and you decorate and make it look
It
nice.
brings bugs and
How about
flies.
waterproof?
It certainly
and-
does.
And the homeless. What's wrong with you guys?
And you put like leaves and branches on the top of it.
Yeah.
Ew, huh?
Why don't you just put a tarp on the top so
Yeah.
it's dry?
So you don't get wet.
And how many of you guys are sneaking inside at night because you can't deal with the tent?
Holy Faye, I need something out of the fridge.
No, but as is the Jewish religion, there's all these rules. So there's rules of like how much space you're supposed to have on the top of the tent. There's only supposed to be enough space so at night you can see like the stars above you. If you can see like too much from the top, then there's too much space. You have to only have a certain amount of space on the top.
And then what
Wow.
happens? What happens when you die if there was too much of that
Said
going
your
on?
sukkah was too big, idiot.
Yeah. Now you
Yeah,
got-
there's certain rules. Like
now you
there's
got
dimensions of how much the sukkah is. There's dimensions.
Yeah,
How-
40 cubits.
Yeah, cubits, something like that. Yeah.
you know, if I was you, I would just like blow all this off and have a hell of a life because you're not going to be
Yeah.
perfect with this religion. And when you go and see whoever after you die, they're gonna show you all the crap you did wrong.
I never knew like God had a building code.
Right,
Does he send
right.
an inspector out and
He does.
your sukkah's too big. We're gonna fine you.
It does. There's rules.
There is
Yeah.
rules. Yeah, that's just a little trellis sukkah there, right? All right. Well, you know something, David? Always an education with you. I'm glad we got a Jewish intern on board to help us out with
There's
this.
so many rules. Like if you shake the lulav and you put it over the left hand first instead of the right hand first, you're in trouble.
Wow. Oh, no.
I don't even know how you'd fix that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, just burn. All right, David, we have to take a break.
Yep.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Scram.
Yeah.
Opie and
Hit the
Anthony.
bricks.
Hey, good morning to everybody. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hi.
Our front page has Maureen McCormick on it.
It certainly does. You might know her as Marsha Brady from the Brady Bunch.
Marsha.
Of course. But quite the different image of Marsha Brady coming out, I'd say. It's ruining my whole image of her. Although, she looked pretty good up until, let me think, about 12 years ago. When we saw her at the Comedy Store, she wasn't looking that bad.
She was, that was about 95, I think.
The high limit, but not looking too bad.
She's now 52 years old, another tell-all book.
And zoinks.
And honestly, not much in here.
What do you mean?
Well, she did the coke.
Not much. That's huge for Marsha Brady.
She did the coke.
Trading sex for drugs isn't much.
What does that mean?
That means
nah.
And then she gets a little cocaine.
No.
Yeah.
She had her own money. That's a stretch.
She didn't have her own money. What do you think? They paid those little kids money back then? They didn't give them crap.
I think she was sharing an 8-ball with someone.
That was Sherwood Schwartz. Sherwood Schwartz got all the Brady money in his sukkah, sitting in his sukkah, counting his Brady money as Marsha's friggin' giving hummers.
Yeah. I think what happened was they were sharing an 8-ball.
Yeah.
Somebody else bought the 8-ball. They shared it, and then they had sex.
No.
Hence the sex for drugs angle.
I just picture her shaking, going, I will do, what do you want?
On a corner somewhere?
I will fuck your man. What?
I bet you she was, it's probably a guy she would bang at the parties or whatever, the guy who had the coke. It probably wasn't said, hey, for $50 worth, give me this. It was probably like, hey, you want to party? Okay, come in. And that was the understanding, though, is that she'd give it up if she wanted to get high.
You think?
Yeah.
She got a book out, so I guess we can get to the bottom of it eventually.
They make it sound like she's on a street corner somewhere going, look,
I just picture
need the
it
drugs
the other way. I don't know.
I guess it's hotter to think that she's like doing all sorts of crazy stuff for drugs.
But it's the same. I mean, it is kind of like prostituting herself in a way, but it probably was never said, hey, how much? It was probably like she knew she had to have sex with the guy when he came over with the drugs.
Yeah.
Which I love.
I got your cocaine, you little whore. Oh, look, it's Davy Jones with some cocaine. Oh, girl, look what you've done to me and my pants.
Mr. Phillips comes over. He's got some. After she's done, she's like, oh, my tush.
Yeah. I got some heroin, Marsha. I'll be right out.
Sam's got it hidden in the sausage links.
Everyone's getting into the act.
Now we know why she was hit by that football, just covering up a nose that was falling apart from cocaine.
Yeah. Oh, my nose!
It's like I'm walking on sunshine.
Yes. It's a sunshine day every day.
Yeah, it sure is for Marsha Brady.
Isn't that horrible? And then there was something else that she hung out with
Michael Jackson
and Sammy Davis Jr.
Oof.
Oh, she's probably wrecked.
Oh, Marsha. No, not from
Michael Jackson, but I bet Sammy Davis Jr. was probably
just packing one.
Oh, please, he could put an eye out. Oh,
put his own eye out. Yeah.
Oh, just imagine that one.
Yeah.
Oh, America's sweetheart just being ravaged by that one-eyed.
That one-eyed singer.
One-eyed Jewish guy.
Yeah,
there you go.
He was a singer lover.
Just trying to think of some of the Brady Bunch episodes now.
I knew you couldn't help being black there, but what made you go Jew? Remember that Archie Bunker? Famous episode. What made you go Jew? Goddamn Archie Bunker.
Oh, he rules.
What did he say? Something about, there was a guy with the glasses or something. Or there was
oh yeah, would you like some coffee with your? Would you like some sugar with your eye?
Oh no,
it was because they were saying don't. He's like, don't say anything about his eye there. And they're like, all right, don't worry about it. So he comes up with the first thing he goes, he gets offered a cup of coffee. He goes, would you like some sugar with your eye? God damn.
No, the guy. It was one of Mike Stivick's friends. And Archie was complaining about the guy, and I think he said that the guy was what did he say? The guy's a queer, and Mike's like, why does everybody with glasses have to be with a queer? And he goes, no, a guy with glasses has 4 eyes. A guy who's a fag is a queer. It was some This is brilliantly worded.
When Mike walked in with that, like the man bag. And back in the 70s, men, never had that. Even now, when you see Voss walk in, I cringe. But he walks in, and Archie, of course, just goes, "Oh, a place there. That's gorgeous." Could just never do that. Oh, my God. Never do that in this day and age.
And he was the opposite in real life, right? Wasn't he like a
liberal guy?
hardcore liberal?
Yep.
But he played it the other way on TV.
Son died of a drug overdose, actually. He's like, he's hell-bent on he went after the drug dealer. Yeah. Horrible ending to his son's life.
But Maureen McCormick with the tell-all book. And then they had this thing in Newsday today, a bunch of revelations of all the cast members of the Brady Bunch.
Uh-oh. Is it a cursed show?
And it's 9 people. One guy, yes. He had a hell of a revelation, but the rest of them is just basic stuff that happens while you live a life. And they're trying to make it look like they all were just out of control.
It's cursed.
Maureen McCormick battled drug abuse and depression. Florence Henderson, the mom, was treated for depression in the 80s. This is like just living your life. This crap will happen to you.
Yeah.
Barry Williams revealed he once dated co-star Henderson.
That was nothing.
What's the big deal there? Eve Plum had a romantic involvement with co-star Christopher Knight, who was Peter.
They were little kids. What the hell are they doing?
But they're putting this together like this is like some crazy stuff that happened to everybody.
Yeah.
Ann B. Davis joined a religious community in the 70s. Peter says he was caught kissing, Jan.
Mr. Brady.
Well, that's the only one that's like crazy, and the rest of these are just whatever. It happens to you when you live a life.
He was kissing Eve Plum.
Cindy has denied rumors that she starred in an adult film.
Mr. Brady had 2 plums on the bridge of his nose. He'd call that Plum Eve the night before. Oops. What's that creeping in there, Mr. Brady? Oh, the tiki.
Yes, Mr. Old Vincent Price was standing in a big... I blew it.
So did he.
Thank you. Good recovery. Little donkeys walking down into his hiney.
How do I cure this, Mr. Hanalei? Well, there's a cocktail you could get for a lot of money. Ask Magic Johnson.
That thing that got Greg in trouble, you better grind that up and drink it.
Mr. Hanalei.
Mr. Hanalei stunk.
Oh, he was the worst.
I despise Mr. Hanalei.
Mr. Brady, the homosexuality and dying of the AIDS. And then you got Bobby Brady arrested for DWI in 1997. But they put it all together like, look how crazy these people were.
They were wild.
Wow.
The Brady kid's always trying to write a book and make it sound all crazy. Like that whole Greg Brady dating his mom thing in the show.
Yeah.
Dating Carol Brady.
Yeah.
It was nothing. Like it was, they actually just, as a goof, Florence Henderson went, all right. And they went out like to dinner. And I think there was a little like kiss, but nothing, wasn't any deep tonguing. Or deep, anything else-ing.
Well, it turns out that Greg was a big cuckold. So they brought in Bubba Smith. And he was the bull.
Of course he was.
And Greg dressed in his Hey Carol, Hey Mike jacket and had to service the bull. He didn't want to prep the bull. He's
Who would?
Yeah.
He could have called his dad to prep the bull.
Ooh. Let's go to Bill in Jersey. Bill.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey, Bill.
I was wondering how Marsha Brady was doing all that cocaine with her broken nose.
Yes.
It's like I'm walking on sunshine.
So that's...
Hey, you guys. Oh, my nose!
That's why she was so upset. She had some lines to do.
Well, all I hear all day long at school is how great Marsha is.
I bet.
How wonderful Marsha did that. Marsha.
Yeah.
Imagine being at a party in L.A. in 1975 and she's like bobbing up for coke.
Wow.
She's falling out of her bra. She
I would
leans
want
over
a
to
lot
do
of
lines.
coke. I would just want to have a lot of coke with me.
I would just have it in a bag.
Just to do that. Hey, Marsha. I don't care what your real name is. I'll call you Marsha. Oh, here comes your TV dad. Let's hit him in the ribs. Whole xylophone ribs, Dad.
Why would anyone when the man looks thin, say, let's hit him in the ribs to hear that sound.
Because it's like a xylophone.
Yeah, we get it, and it's a good laugh, too.
She wouldn't go for that.
No.
Of course she wouldn't. She'd be appalled.
He's sick.
He's very sick.
Why would he allow that to happen?
He's the same thing as
pull your
Jenny
shirt
Gump.
up so I can play your rib.
Jenny Gump.
I didn't know that video is actually, we could watch that. Ringo Starr saying some crazy stuff today. Paul, what's going on?
Hey there, Paul.
Nothing. Jimmy had a great line that got absolutely nothing.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Even you guys were talking about Marsha Brady hanging out with Michael Jackson and Sammy Davis Jr., he called her a singer lover.
Oh, yeah, we heard that. That was good. That was real good.
Damn it, I missed that.
Yeah. Thank you. Ringo Starr, we're going to try to get the video. He's telling his fans to just stop sending him fan mail.
Really?
And autograph requests. I guess he went online. Ringo made a video. He's like, enough. And I think after October 20th, whatever you send him, he's just going to throw right in the garbage.
What is wrong with this pompous douche?
But he probably gets... It's not
how much. It's Ringo. For God, please.
It's probably not a couple things in the mail like we get. It's probably thousands a day.
He's probably trying to drum up publicity for himself.
You think?
For something, one of his stupid all-star band tours or some crap. If you didn't want any attention, would you go to the media and say, "Please don't give me attention. I'm a Beatle"?
After losing two of the guys, his mail request probably went way up. They're like, "Well, we can't get John or
we got to get
George Harrison.
There's only two left.
All right, I guess we got to start sending stuff to Ringo." Former Beatles drummer Ringo Starr has told his fans in a bizarre online video, we got to get this video, to stop sending him fan mail as he is too busy to sign or read it, and it'll only be tossed.
Too busy doing what? Not learning how to play the drums.
Writing bad music.
Oh, this is a serious message to everybody watching my update right now.
This is very serious. Shut up with your Liverpool accent.
Peace and love, the musician said.
Of love.
I want to tell you, please, after the 20th of October, do not send fan mail to any address that you have. Nothing will be signed after the 20th of October. If that has the date on the envelope, it's going to be tossed. I'm warning you, with peace and love, I have too much to do. So no more fan mail. Thank you, and no objects to be signed. Nothing. Fans of the former Fab Four can, however, still get their Ringo fix with Ringo Starr bag. Perfect for groceries, the beach, or any other daily activities. He's got a bag out there you can buy.
Mr. Brady should have used that. The Fab Four. That was how many pounds he weighed.
Well, the Harrisons have already come out with a hat.
The Harrison hat?
Yeah, they combine with Jello brand pudding pops.
Jesus.
And you eat it right out of the hat.
Yeah. You just bring the hat out over your mouth, eat it, and cry.
He sells a hoodie.
Oh, Bill from Waterford wondering he's forwarding all his fan mail to Pete Best.
Oh. He sells a hoodie and a bag that you take to the grocery store.
It's ridiculous.
That's so stupid. I see those people every once in a while. They bring their own bag to the grocery store.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a conservationist thing where you're not using the plastic or paper. But how many bags? You ever go to the grocery store? Hey, you load up your goddamn truck with crap.
Right.
What are you taking, one little bag?
This whole bag
is this with a baguette and some fruit coming out of the top.
I laugh at those people. There's
Mr. Brady again.
It's one person with their own bag.
A faggot.
These dumb people with their stupid bags, though.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, if you get 10 million people to follow suit, then maybe we'll get something done. One person thinks they're making a difference.
I haven't slept. I'm in such a silly mood. That really is funny.
What does the hoodie say that he sells? It just says Ringo on it.
For
$55.
For how much?
$54.95.
$54.90.
Whose is that?
That's the Ringo hoodie.
A Ringo hoodie? Why doesn't our own Sam have that one? No, he's always into the hip hoodies.
Yeah,
Sure,
but that's
real hip.
That's not a. He's more of a hip hop hoodie guy, though.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. 877-212-08. We're going to check out the FU line as we go to break here. And I think when we get back, we're going to do Jocktober. We'll do a little Jocktober after the break. Yeah, stay there.
Thanks for calling the Opie and Anthony FU line. Here's the latest batch of FUs.
You have 7 new voice messages. First voice message.
Yeah, I'd like to leave a big FU to all the CEOs and CFOs who are actually CJOs who are going to be bailed out with this $700 billion proposal. You.
Next message.
Yeah, I'd like to give a big you to the dumb that just ran into me. She didn't even apologize. Ran in her house and made her grandmother come out and apologize for her. You dumb bitch. You ruined my morning, my week, and my new car. You!
Next message.
Yeah, I want to send a big you to my foreman, Pat. Thanks for calling me for overtime, you bag.
Next message.
And I just want to give a big you to the fat lady that I just brought in the faucet in my cab. $55 friggin' fare, and she can't give me $1 tip. You fat. See you next Tuesday.
Next message.
Hi, I'd like to leave a big FU to the United States Congress. You bastards are taking my tax dollars and giving it to a bunch of lazy CEOs and corporations that can't manage their own damn company. Yeah.
Next message.
Hey, I just want to leave a big you to the eye doctor that effing took eye drops and put them in my goddamn eyes. I can't see. He was just pissing me off. You!
Next message.
Yeah, big FU to my bitch wife who decided Thursday night to start beating me up, hit me in the head with a candle and the candlestick holder, and then scratching the out of me. So when I went to work on Friday, my boss thinks that I'm a victim of domestic violence. You. Next time I'm going to punch you right in the horse teeth you got.
End of new messages.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line. 866-FU line 1. That's 866-FU line 1.
Thank you and goodbye.
Opie and Anthony. I was in the bathroom. I heard Anthony yelling and screaming. What's going on, Ant?
It's just another thing that was dumped that gets me annoyed. And it has nothing to do with the FCC. It has to do with corporate policy that's ridiculous. They dumped out when Jimmy was just repeating a line from All in the Family. Of course. That
was a CBS show.
Yeah, CBS show. A classic. Deemed a classic TV show by anybody. I mean, and you're just quoting a line from it as we're remembering the show a little bit and just quoting lines from it. Context has no place in radio anymore, in that it wasn't like it wasn't hate speech. It was us talking about a TV show, quoting a line. Can't you take that type of context and allow it to go through because it is in that context? We weren't bashing anybody. It's not being here on the air and saying, we got to get these out of the country. We got to take all the and throw them out. Get out there and start beating up on the... And I can't even say it in that context as goofing, as being...
Yeah.
But, I mean, when you're talking about a TV show and how it was used in humor by Archie Bunker, I mean, how come we can't quote that? It's a show that's on TV land, for God's sake, right next to Petticoat Junction and Hogan's Heroes.
They have caved into special interest groups without fail. They have never stood up to special interest groups and said this is ridiculous.
There should not be a blanket ban on any words that don't fall under the FCC blanket. If there's an FCC word that the FCC doesn't want you to use, and you know what those are. Everyone knows what they are. We don't use those words. We don't even try to get away with using them. But a word like fag, a word like that, look at the context you're using it in. We're quoting a show.
When is corporate going to wake up and realize the lawyers are just completely destroying this business? This is the time where you really need to figure out what the hell is going on.
And do you idiots in corporate understand why radio is going down the crapper? Why listenership is down? Why your stocks are down? Why people aren't listening as much? Why they go elsewhere for their entertainment? Because they're bored crapless. Because you let the lawyers take control of the entertainment portion of the business. Let the lawyers take care of the contracts and all the other boring garbage that lawyers have to take care of. And let the on-air personalities take care of what happens on the air. That's all.
And you'll see ratings go up.
Right.
And you'll see your stocks go up.
But they've just got a bunch of these people, these lawyers, that convince the programming part of the company to hire these milquetoast asses that just give you bore-fest radio. And we can't use certain words that are fine with the FCC because they've been, dubbed hate speech by who? In what context? We're not up here delivering Nuremberg speeches. Come on. What the hell? Cut us some slack as far as how we're using the words. Take it in the context and in the spirit that it's being delivered. Not just a blanket ban on a word. They're banning words. When did when did you think you'd see the day they're just banning words overall, regardless of context?
Because the lawyers are, in their essence, they're cowards. And they, like, when special interest comes, none of them have the ability to stand up and go, well, the context for this was really fine.
Yeah.
They just can't do that. Their whole job is just to cave in and give in and then make it harder for people who are on the radio.
Yeah.
They really are cowards who are not doing their job. It makes me sick.
Cowards, and they don't want to work too hard either. So it's easy just ban that word. I can't be bothered to figure out how it was used and all that crap. I said a while ago, corporate has to wake up. They're listening to our show every day. You got to get new lawyers.
Yeah.
The old ones are not working anymore.
Kick the old ones out.
Get
on their
new lawyers
fat
that understand
asses.
how entertainment works in the year 2008. We started the show by talking about South Park raping Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And guess what? The kids are eating that crap up. South Park is huge. And then you're banning the F word for gay on our show? And you expect us to compete in this new world?
Because Comedy Central stood by South Park.
Yeah.
Because they weren't complete sissies. And they, with very rare exception, I mean, they always, 95% of the time, they stood behind the talent of South Park, and it survived everything. Every attack.
Boy.
It survived.
Those boycotts really worked when they threatened to boycott South Park. Boy, those boycotts work wonders, don't they? They don't. You cave in the second somebody writes you a letter, corporate, and they look at your goddamn financial sheets and go, why isn't radio selling as much these days? Where are the ratings for a lot of the stations? Where's this? You know where it is? Ask your stupid effing lawyers. Ask them where it is. Because they're the ones in charge of the entertainment now. Let them let a couple of lawyers just sit down and do a show. See how funny that is.
When are they going to be held responsible? When are they going to point the fingers at the lawyers and go, you know what, you guys got to go?
You cut back too much is what you did, stupid lawyers. That's what you did. You cut back on what anyone can do on the air, and it's affected the product. And people are bored with the product. They don't want to sit and listen to something that's been castrated by you unfunny lawyers that have no clue what entertaining people is about. Ugh.
It's an All in the Family clip that we should play, and they will dump it. And I think, Jiven, you're wrong to dump this. In context, you should leave it. But I know it's not your call.
He's just
overall.
a poor bastard that's got to sit there and take crap over the phone from the lawyers and corporate.
It shouldn't be dumped. It's an All in the Family. It's on Nick at Night. They will dump it.
Why do the lawyers get to skate? Everyone is getting fired. They point the fingers at the PD. They point the fingers at certain shows. Everyone gets fired, and radio stations change formats because they're not getting the job done. And then that format stinks, and they get another format, and that stinks. And it's never ending. And the lawyers sit there and get to keep their jobs.
Call them out.
Ridiculous. Time to call them out.
They've been the biggest problem for personality-driven radio. Ever. The lawyers. Not even the FCC anymore. You can't even blame the FCC. We haven't even been close to an FCC violation as far as what comes out of our mouths because they backed off so far and put their own stupid rules in place by their stupid lawyers. And then you just got to sit here and as you get dumped out of for things that are
No one's willing to take a chance or a risk anymore. They're all just hoping to keep their jobs.
And it's not
That's what
even a
this has-
chance or a risk. Well, I wouldn't even ask him to do that much. This is not a risk. If you recite a clip or play a clip from All in the Family, anyone who complains about that is going to get laughed at. Just say this is a classic television show that anybody would say is a classic show. It makes the top 10 shows of all times all the time when they do lists like that. Why do you think? Because it was entertaining? Because it was cutting edge for its day? For today now, you can't even do anything like that in this day and age. Everyone's so goddamn oversensitive. Ugh.
The lawyers
don't make
gotta
me
go.
sick.
They gotta
you all
go.
make me sick.
Get new hip lawyers that understand what's going
doomed.
on.
We're doomed as a nation. And people don't even understand how big of an issue this is with us being doomed as a country. It affects everything. These effing lawyers just taking words away. There's a word. You remember that word? Nah, can't use it. Well, what if I want to use it in nope? Well, what if it's a circumstance where nope?
What if it's a news story?
Nope. Just banning words. You ever think you'd see the day? They ban words.
Because of special interests. Only because of special interests.
And they make up words like hate speech. It's not hate speech. Hate speech is when you're making a speech that's very hateful. There's not hate word. Any word could be used in context where it would not be hateful at all. Any word. If you string them together and start, inciting and speaking ill of certain people and things like that, then I might give you that one. But when words are just used to instantly just cut them out because you dub that hate speech, one word,
it's not even hate speech.
Lunatics.
That words hurt, which we laughed at.
Words hurt.
We laughed at
the pamphlet.
That was the contribution the lawyers gave us to try to help the product. A pamphlet called Words Hurt. We couldn't believe that this was actually real crap that they were trying to shove down.
That was the funniest crap the lawyers ever came up with.
Right.
That's comedy, lawyers. Keep doing stuff like that.
You know, we got in trouble because we were making fun of their dumb
Nick
pamphlet.
DiPaolo got in trouble for reading it on the air too.
This Words Hurt thing was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen from a lawyer.
They want it all done behind the scenes. They don't ever want to come out and go, yeah, we're the fruity little Yale graduates that came up with this because we don't know how to talk to a special interest group and go, this is what they do. It's not hateful. They don't want to do their jobs. They don't want to do their jobs, so they do preemptive strikes 4 miles away from where the line is.
Words hurt.
You know what? When
children.
Right.
Your stations would have the highest ratings and would bill money like you haven't seen in years if you had every interest group banging on your door to complain. Everything. Homosexuals, Asians, blacks, Italians, disenfranchised poor whites. Everyone should just be there banging on the door of your station to complain. You should look at that and just go, cha-ching. And no, that isn't the name of the Asian guy that's banging on the door.
Wow, I'm glad they let that go by.
I'm sure they didn't, but
now they probably didn't.
It's a funny joke.
It's a great joke.
Well, you heard it on Sirius XM.
All right, what's
God, it's annoying. It's just every so often it just reaches the boiling point where I can't fathom it anymore.
Yeah, these lawyers down there in Washington have made our jobs extremely difficult. Extremely difficult. And no one looks at them and go and says, well, you got to take some responsibility now. No one ever points the fingers at them and go, look, you've gotten to the point where you're really hurting the product and you're really hurting our radio stations and the stockholders are not happy. You have to go. We have to get some young, hip lawyers that understand entertainment in the year 2000.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I sat in the room with them. It's not like we don't get what they do. I sat in the room with them.
Yeah.
And they're dummies. They're not even good debaters.
No.
I'm a high school dropout. And I ran circles around him when he was telling me that the Janet Jackson incident somehow is going to spark topless girls in a radio station.
Right.
And we're going to somehow spark an FCC fine, which was just the excuse.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
They're full of excuses. They're getting paid. They don't care.
Not even bright.
Why do they care? Every station could have no ratings and be folding and changing formats and going through this, that, being sold off, whatever. And these lawyers will just sit there and have their cushy jobs like they have for years and years.
Zippity.
There's no accountability. They can just cut out everything, and there's no accountability on their part. It's like if you had a store, you're running a store, and lawyers came in and removed a half your inventory in your store and said, there, now bill just as much. Well, you took half our stuff away. Don't care. And then they bitch to you, why aren't you selling these things? Well, there aren't any left in the store. The lawyers took them. Well, you got to figure something out. You got to get some new merchandise in here. But they don't like the new merchandise. People like the old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's beyond me.
It's corporate's fault. They just allow the lawyers to keep influencing the product.
I mean, people hate to hear.
And obviously, we're not getting our return. So let them keep ruining the product.
That's it.
Here's the All in the Family clip.
We all know Roger, and we all know he's straight. And even if he wasn't, and I said if, what difference would that make? Do you know that in many countries, England, for instance, there is a law that says whatever two consenting adults do in private is their own business?
Listen, this ain't England. We threw England out of here a long time ago. We don't want no more part of England. And for your information, England is a fag country. What? Say, are they still picking handkerchiefs out of their sleeve, huh? Are they still standing around leaning on them skinny umbrellas like this here? I know their whole society is based on a kind of a fagdom.
You know you're right, Archie. You're right. The British are a bunch of pansies. Pansies, fairies, and sissies. And the Japanese are a race of midgets. The Irish are boozers. The Mexicans are bandits.
And you Polacks are meatheads.
You Polacks are meatheads.
It's brilliant.
It's so goddamn funny, and it's just
socially poignant.
It's crime now.
Yeah.
That's criminal now.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. That's brilliant writing. It's hysterically delivered by an amazing actor. Unbelievable.
Written, by the way, to you dummies, by a flaming liberal, Norman Lear.
Yeah.
The joke was on the guy who's the racist.
Right.
Or the bigot was the idiot.
No one understands that point either anymore. It doesn't matter how it's delivered. Like, that was delivered by Archie Bunker. Yeah, the joke is on him. You look and go, all right, look at this idiot.
How ridiculous it all
It's
sounds.
so ridiculous. And it's hysterical. But we've lost that. That is gone from our nation now.
We should play the other clip.
Yeah, we will. Let's say hi to Tony in Jersey. Tony! What's up, Tony?
Hey, man.
Hey, so I'm a business intelligence analyst with various companies in America, and what Anthony said before is right, is that this does not just affect the radio industry or the airtime. It affects every product that's going on within America. Because companies do not want to take risks anymore and promote their product or do things that will get product, advancement. They're always looking about being defensive and not being sued.
But when is a boycott, dude, let me ask you, when is a boycott, really, when if people said, I'm not going to drink Bud, or I'm not going to use Fab, or I'm not going to, wear Dr. Scholl's, because they advertise on a show. Those things never work.
Doesn't work.
It worked in Selma in a bus boycott where it was justified.
And it just, no one cares that much. There's a small group of people that make a lot of noise, that give the impression that a lot of people care to idiots. And the truth of the matter is, majority of the people just get up, they go to work, take care of their family, but they don't care. They're not going to boycott. You like Coca-Cola, you're going to drink it. You like McDonald's, you're going to eat it. You're not going to boycott because some idiot got offended by something and told you, don't buy this. Don't cave into these morons.
Can we name one boycott that worked in recent times? One boycott.
No. I've been racking my brain trying to think of one for
Just
years.
one.
And it doesn't work.
And if the lawyers were doing their jobs after the Janet Jackson thing was settled, they should have went to us and said, okay, you guys can now have naked women back in the studio.
Yeah. Yeah.
The threat is over in their eyes.
Well, and the whole thing was, as they're defending the Janet Jackson thing to try not to pay the fine, they're saying things like we're saying right now. These scummy lawyers are in a court or wherever they argue their case before the FCC.
Probably in a men's room through a glory hole.
No doubt. And what they're saying is, well, we should be allowed this. This was nothing. It was this. It was that. And then behind closed doors, they panic and tell everybody that's supposed to be entertaining people, steer clear, don't do this. What happened to your argument in court? Your brilliant argument before the FCC that this is fine, it's not offensive. Ugh.
Disgusting.
That's why lawyers get the reputation that you do. It's not the ones that are defense lawyers or prosecutors. It's just this wishy-washy, do the minimal, take your check and go back to your suburban life, and then not really care about any of the product or any of the consequences of what you've done. That's why you're hated, and it's not because people don't get what you do. We get what you do.
Yeah.
We just don't respect it.
Yeah. Yeah, we get it. Have no respect for it. You got.
Here's another Archie Bunker clip.
Just because a guy is sensitive and he's an intellectual and he wears glasses, you make him out a queer.
I never said a guy who wears glasses is a queer. A guy who wears glasses is a four eyes. A guy who is a fag is a queer.
It's just.
He's a four eyes.
Four eyes. Yeah. How do you take then his derogatory comments toward gays after that seriously when he goes, a guy that wears glasses is a four eyes first? And then he comes up with his brilliant line.
Like, that's his rational argument.
Yeah, yes, exactly. That's his rational argument. And you're going to look at that and go, oh, my word. We're all walking on eggshells these days because of this. Because of this transition we went. You look back at that, and regardless of what happened in between then and now, there's been a giant change for the worse. Everyone walks on eggshells. Everyone's afraid to talk to anybody for fear of offending. You're in the workplace. You got to look out. Watch what you hang in your cubicle. You won't even know. You'll hang something so innocent up there, and before you know it, you're fired because it offended somebody.
Right.
A bunch of just whiny crybabies. That's what this country's turned into. We've lost our balls in this country. We've lost no wonder the rest of the world laughs their asses off at us. We got nothing left. There's no heart left to this nation. There's nothing. We got a strong military. Good. Unless the whole of the United States, its people, have some strength and some stick-to-itiveness to be able to say, go F yourself, we're doomed. And we're so scared now to offend each other. We're so separatist now. We're more separatist now than we've ever been. I don't care, but more than we've ever been. Oh, sure, we got a black guy running for president. You know, we got a lot of minorities that, used to be considered minorities in public office. Women are just shooting up the old corporate ladder. But it's more separate than it's ever been. And everyone is so scared to talk about it for fear of losing their jobs and getting the old scarlet letter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what's sad, too, is All in the Family would not be on TV.
Nope.
Oh, please.
No way.
Not
Today.
even close.
Not even on HBO.
They were nervous back then, too, about it. Like, they put a warning before it.
Yeah, sure.
They had concerns, but they weren't such emasculated, because they were from a different generation than the women in ties that are running things now.
Yep.
And you know who you are.
Right.
You're little college boys, and you never said a funny thing in your life. You didn't grow up around funny people. You're just terrified of losing the little nothing that you've built up. Yeah. And they weren't as afraid a bunch of years ago because they came from a different era.
Yeah.
They came from different humor. I mean, most of those guys came from the Honeymooners, and they came from just different funny stuff.
Yeah.
But then again,
Funny
the 60s
stuff.
kind of sucked, too. Let's be honest, Dick Van Dyke was not a very funny show.
No. There was
My
that
favorite
transitional
Martian.
50s to 60s period.
Yeah.
That was just like some awful shows. Oh, My Mother the Car.
Well, that was a cute little show.
Was it? The guy's mother dies and her spirit goes into a Model T that he visits in the garage.
How do you hug your mother?
Oh, squeeze her headlights, jam it in the old exhaust pipe.
They had to change it and take out the UNT. And they said, we got to make it about a vehicle.
Speaking of how ridiculous the lawyers are, by the way, and we like this sponsor, but this is how ridiculous the lawyers are. They won't allow us to do a lot of the edgy stuff, but when it comes to encouraging men to cheat on their wives, guys, go for it.
Hey, people are going to do it anyway, and if you're going to, Ashley Madison's the place to go.
But
my
this
friend.
is how ridiculous the lawyers are.
Yeah. I've seen instances where there have been
ridiculous.
I've heard a lot of pretty graphic sexual content in ads, but they're the ones paying the money.
Yeah, but
so
they
allow it to go through. But then if we wanted to do,
but if we do the edgy stuff, the ratings would go even higher, and that means more money can be made by the advertiser.
Wow, look past the tip of your nose. Holy jeez,
that's insane, right?
Dude, there's an example I can remember of an Asian joke being done. I remember it was a comics ad by a comedian named Joe Coy, who's a funny guy. He's from L.A., and I think he's Asian. And he was doing an Asian joke, and that was part of the ad. And they let it go right through. And I remember I asked, I think it was Tom, I asked him. And he's like, well, they're advertising. It's like, it's so sickeningly obvious.
We couldn't even repeat it.
No.
It could have aired, and we couldn't have then repeated it the second after it aired.
Right.
Ugh.
Right.
Right.
Daniel.
A few weeks ago, we were talking about those awful TBS commercials where it looks like it's a comic doing stand-up, but it's actually an advertisement for.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's one where there's a black comic hawking prepaid phones. And, like, part of the stand-up bit is he's talking about how, like, guys like him don't have credit, so it's a great thing for him to... And, like, it's just as racist as anything else, but they're allowed to get away with it because it's a sponsor.
Stereotyping and stuff,
Words hurt.
Words hurt.
No, they don't.
The fact that men
We had to read
sat
that.
down and wrote and read that. The fact that guys who consider themselves to be, like, do you have male genitals?
Yeah.
Do you look down and see something hanging, or is it like a doll that you buy where it's just like a bunch of bumps?
They might, you know what it is? They must write that stuff up, like words hurt. And then, hey, how about a bathroom break? And they sit down next to each other in the stalls and you hear, you got any paper over there? You got some paper? Pass it under.
They made every radio guy in the company read this words hurt thing. Unbelievable. I think you had to sign off and say that you read it. I think there was a pop
ridiculous.
quiz.
It's ridiculous. We did. We had to go online. We had to go online onto a special website and take a test.
Right.
And it would be like, good. Ooh. Like some kind of brainwashing going on.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Doomed.
Maybe they
doomed.
Maybe these lawyers worked in the past, but I'm telling you that the thing is, corporate has to wake up and get newer lawyers. That's the solution, because we can bitch and complain all we want, but you got to also throw solutions out there. That's the solution. I'm sure there's younger lawyers out there that understand how to keep a company out of trouble, but also allow the entertainers do what they know how to do best. And these old lawyers that have been around a long time, they don't know the game anymore.
Out.
They don't know it.
Throw them out.
They absolutely are out of touch with what's going on out there, especially with the younger people.
I also think part of the problem with the lawyers is they're like any other scummy, disgusting organism. They have to justify their own existence, so they continue raping the company for more money than they're worth.
Yeah.
For instance, we probably have had very, very few FCC worthy problems since we've been back on regular radio. Very few.
Mm-hmm.
So they have nothing to do. So what they have to do is justify their own existence by whoring for special interest groups and for what they deem will be sponsor concerns, because there's no real FCC problem with most of the shows anymore.
Yeah, they pulled them back
know the
so
rules.
far. They've pulled everybody back so far. Everyone knows the rules. They plastered it into people's heads. They pulled the line way back from the FCC line. So, yeah, they're not litigating FCC violations anymore. They're sitting there going, uh-oh, let's see, how do we justify our jobs? More rules. More corporate rules we'll put in place.
Also, they advised the company not to hire us.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever said that on the air.
Did they
but
really?
Yeah, when they were looking for a replacement for David Lee Roth, Hollander at the time was like, look, Opie and Anthony, let's go. Let's do this. And the lawyers actually advised the company not to hire us. Why? Because it would be too much work?
I'll tell you why.
Too much work for you guys?
They're the same dummies that probably advised the company to put the show on hiatus. They're the same guys who were, like, you know what I mean, who knew it was going, we all know the deal.
Right.
Scum.
Ugh.
New lawyers.
I've sat with them. Look, it's not like we don't get what you guys do. We really do. I've debated with you. I've watched the way you justify things.
Yeah.
All right, here's that
You're not
line.
even good at that.
I think we got the line here.
It's all right. I can say, Mr. Davis, easy, get out of here. Now, Mr. Davis, do you take cream and sugar in your eye?
In your eye.
All right, we got to take a
Cream and
break.
Sugar in your eye. What a laugh that got.
Oh, my God.
We got to take a break, but if you're in New York, stick around. If you want to cheat, we're going to tell you how you could do that. It's Opie and Anthony.
That original is a good movie.
Opie and Anthony. Just effing things up as we go along. Whatever. You got to speak your mind out there.
Yep, and
you really do.
All the family clips, good job. They actually did all go through, so
yeah.
I was a boost.
We forced them to, trust me.
Well, he could have still dumped
it. If we didn't give that whole big speech, that would have all been dumped out of. He's not giving anyone any credit.
I'll give Jimmy some credit. He probably heard the context and it made sense.
He might get an S sandwich later, though, for allowing it to go through. The wimps are taking over the world. We got to start speaking. Got to start speaking up out there.
Speak up.
Speak up. Be heard.
Words hurt.
Exercise your real First Amendment right.
Just don't get fired unless you have FU money. 877-212-0&A. Why don't we move right into Jocktober? You want to talk about how lame radio is?
Yeah, here we go. This is a prime example of what happens in this environment.
We're not happy with what has happened to us over the years, but at least we're still pushing as much as we can.
Trying to fight the good fight.
Most radio gave up years and years ago. So,
Sam, what have you got?
He's got today's Jocktober, everyone.
No, he's got a spelt waif like that.
Everybody from your friends at the Opie and Anthony Show. It's a celebration of hacky, puny radio shows and DJs from across this great nation of ours.
Oh, it's just the worst.
They're terrible. That sound is actually coming out from between her legs rather than her mouth, I think.
Yeah.
Crank up the crapola. It's Jocktober.
There's a person stranded. There's a show. It's stranded.
That's funny. Good stuff. Hey, now there you go. There's a little improv stand-up for you.
The hell was that?
Happy Jocktober, everybody, from your friends at the Opie and Anthony Show.
Let's all do it.
There was no joy attached to that sound.
None. Oh, my God.
And there you go. Sam just gave us all like a snapshot of the morning show we're going to be featuring today. I swear to you, I would have bet a lot of money that we've already done this show.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It's all the same people.
They typecast for these morning shows.
This is wacky.
It's two
zany.
guys and a girl every single time.
They could call this one Fruit, Fatty, and Ugly.
This is awful. The one guy looks like Justin Timberlake if, he was a radio DJ.
Guess which one that was. And then you have Frank Caliendo.
Yeah, you got a little Frank in there.
And Sue.
Yeah. That's a chick?
Yeah.
All right. The Wink Wake Up Show. That's right. In Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania has a lot of hacky radio, huh, there, Sam?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's the Wink Wake Up Show with Denny, Sue, and John. Wink104.com for the people that want to play along at home. Wow. Give their website a few hits today.
And it's like Hope said, this is everyone we've already goofed on.
Yes.
So I don't even think you have to bother pulling up a picture.
No.
And they all want to be radio stars, but how are you going to be a radio star following the dumb format that your company gave you? You got to hire a hole. You got to hire Tank, the sports guy. And let's not forget about a stunt boy.
Yeah. Is Sue the hole?
Well, she's a lady on the show.
Yes. I'm just wondering if,
Yeah.
Well,
she fits the criteria.
I don't like to have you guys, make those types of judgments without hearing for yourself.
No,
so,
righty.
The whole test is part of the audio.
Yeah. Of course.
That we have.
All right. Well, why don't we get right into the Wink Wake Up Show out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Wow. John, Sue, and Denny give away Elton John tickets. This is the whole test right here, you're saying?
This is it. What you do is just listen all the way to the end of the clip.
Okay.
And you tell me.
Is she going to do an guys? Is she?
You tell me, guys.
Oh, my God.
I like the mystery.
Yeah, it is. It is
But
fun.
let's play guess what she's going to say. Someone is going to try to get a little edgy, and she's going to, throw up the yield sign, right?
She'll make a noise like this.
Oh. Let's guess the noise. I'm going to go with an guys.
I'm going with a no.
All right, Jimmy?
I'm going to go with one of those two.
A no?
One of those two.
Oh, okay.
One of you guys is right. I can't even think of a third option. Oh.
Now?
I'll make that noise. That's my noise.
How about go now? All right, so what we got? I got guys. You got...
No.
And you got...
Oh.
All right.
That's not a winner, by the way.
All right, well, you're in to see Michael. I was to Michael Jackson. Where's that coming from? You're in to see Elton John.
Give him a woohoo.
What are you talking about? You're Elton John, Wednesday night in Hershey, Mike.
All right.
Hang on, we'll tell you to get the tickets, okay?
Thank you.
You got it. We have more to give away tomorrow on the Wink Wake Up Show, and Wednesday as well. Third row seats tomorrow morning.
Get out.
Mm-hmm.
You're close enough to smell his perfume.
That's what I'm told.
Stop it.
Oh, damn. We forgot the stop it. She used the most obvious one.
Stop it.
You said the yield sign. She went with the stop sign. Oh,
Stop.
Stop what?
What are those two things hanging in front of you? Humor removers? What? By the way, how come no one pointed out the irony of Elton John performing in Hershey?
Hershey, they should have pointed that
that's
out.
the joke you make, you dopes.
Please,
the
can we get
rocket
that
town
again?
of Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Please, can we get that again?
That's where the humor could come from.
Oh, she stinks.
All right, well, you're in to see Michael. I was to Michael Jackson. Where's that coming from? You're in to see Elton John.
Give him a woohoo.
What are you talking about? You're Elton John, Wednesday night in Hershey, Mike.
In Hershey.
In Hershey, right.
Oh.
What's the highway up there that you got to take to... Ask any third grader. He'll tell you.
Can we hear the freight train crash into the fun?
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Hang on, we'll tell you to get the tickets, okay?
Thank you.
You got it. We have more to give away tomorrow on the Wink Wake Up Show, and Wednesday as well. Third row seats tomorrow morning.
Get out.
Mm-hmm.
You're close enough to smell his perfume.
That's what I'm told.
Stop it.
Oh my God! I would go home and just I would just take a razor to my neck.
Can you put the "get out" after that? When he just yells "get out," that should have been his response to her.
Yeah,
when
get
she said,
out.
Yeah.
Stop it! Get out!
Oh my God!
Oh. Most women in radio, I'm not going to say all of them, I'm going to say there has to be one in the country, should literally have their teeth kicked in by a donkey. I don't know why I chose that option. But like when they say something like that, a donkey should just kick their teeth in. Stop it.
They have to hurt.
Of course it would.
Big
metal shoe.
Metal shoe, just wham real hard and fast. Just spam right in the mouth.
Strong, unforgiving hindquarters.
The only strong...
It just has no clue what it just did.
Of course not.
It's stupid.
You know, the horse mounter.
The only strong women in broadcasting are doing talk radio, talking politics. That's it. That's it.
Stop.
The rest of them are just useless.
Stop.
Completely useless.
Stop it.
It'd be like, did you just say stop it?
Because I had a...
Yes, I just...
That's what, yeah, yeah.
Oh, then donkey hoof.
Yeah.
Just...
and when you called her out, did you just say stop it? She'd have to stick with it, but she'd know it was coming because she'd hear the animal being brought down the hall.
And you give her the choice, a black eye or the...
Yes, or you touch your toes and the donkey kicks you.
Yeah, there you go. Heather in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Morning, boys.
What's up, Heather?
Hey, I drive to work every day. I've never listened to the Wink, but there's a massive billboard with this whole face on it, with her head cocked to the side and one eye winked closed and her big fat mouth open. It's horrific. Every day I go to see this whole face.
Wait, she's winking on the billboard?
Oh, she's winking like the biggest over-exaggerated wink you've ever seen.
You know what that is? That's, hey, I know these guys get wild, but I'll take care of them, ladies.
But we're doing it with a wink.
Wink, wink. I'll keep them in check by saying stop.
Oh my God! All right,
I think, by the way, I was pretty close with that. I think I was closer than the other two guys.
Yeah, of course
it
you
was
were.
closer. I went with no.
Yeah,
and it was a stop.
You'd
You
probably
are.
get the points.
All right.
I was close.
Almost doesn't count except in donkey hooves and hand grenades.
Denny talks about a McCain rally. Listen for Sue's contributions. This is the Wink Wake Up Show in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Our feature for Jocktober for today.
They had another rally last week. This clip was on TV and on the internet. Who is the real Barack Obama? Someone screams out, a terrorist. And McCain, his face buckles. His face buckles like, oh, God, that isn't what I wanted to hear.
I was watching that rally. I was laughing.
And then they're yelling, kill him. You know?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, no, wait, where's the story? I have it here.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh. You know, they ought to change the letter W to ST. That is exactly what I, what?
Oh, stick. Okay. I was reading the paper for Sue. Stew? Why would that be?
Yes. This is truly the stink wake-up show with Denny, Sue, and John.
You know you have to do a whole montage for us. Because so far I haven't heard her do anything.
No,
She's
nothing.
awful. All right, John.
She's awful. Wow. We actually got an honest, real response out of Sam.
It's probably the most boring show I've listened to a lot of shows. This is a very, very boring radio show.
Yeah.
I was going crazy trying to get clips from it that wouldn't just...
I bet the lawyers love them.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Love this show.
They're safe.
Yeah.
They go out in the community and do all those community things for everybody.
Sure, they're just beloved on the billboards. Look, she's winking.
I do a little charity here and there, all that crap.
Yeah.
Bet you the lawyers wear buttons with Sue's face on it because she stops anything that may be trouble.
Yes. By saying stop.
They love Sue.
Instead of stop signs in Harrisburg, it's all just signs of Sue.
Yeah, that's what she does. She stops.
And they all
fun.
know that means stop.
Everything. Fun.
Here we go. John, Sue, and Denny start their Columbus Day bit. They have a Columbus Day bit.
Well, yeah, I did this. Yeah, this is from yesterday's show.
That's racy.
So they were celebrating Columbus Day.
We didn't have a Columbus Day bit yesterday.
I would have done one for you guys, except I was busy listening to their Columbus Day.
All
bit.
right, let's listen to their Columbus Day bit.
Happy Columbus Day, Denny.
Shut
Happy
up, John.
Columbus Day, Denny.
You guys are being jerks because you know I don't
Shop till you drop, Denny.
I don't acknowledge him.
Big shopping day today.
He was a slave trader who brought disease and virtual genocide to the North American indigenous people.
And brought crickets over here.
Rickets and
rickets.
smallpox and malaria.
I swear to God, I thought he said he brought crickets.
Crickets.
I heard crickets, too.
That's what I thought, and I was going to go, wow, you know, I learned something from the morning show there, the Wink Morning Show, because I didn't know that.
No, that would be the reaction they were getting, and they're blaming Columbus. He brought the crickets we're hearing as opposed to laughs.
But you got to acknowledge him, or you wouldn't be here. He kind of really started this whole thing, right?
Who cared? He brought a little pestilence and rape. Cut the guy some slack.
What are you going to do?
Well, see, John said he brought crickets.
Crickets.
And then Denny said, no, rickets.
Oh. What?
Oh.
So, I mean, they had their joke books out writing.
They certainly did.
Which, if you didn't get it that time,
if
you just kept listening to the show a little later, maybe they'd revisit it.
At Wink 104.
I just wanted to wish you a happy Columbus Day
John,
before we
I
get
don't
into
celebrate
Wink
Columbus
104
Day
celebrity
because
news.
he was a slave-trading, disease-carrying,
here we go,
torturing of North American indigenous people, Central
Marisa.
American discovering,
That's why I
full-time
celebrate it.
world-traveling.
Marisa, do you have crickets at your house?
And because of that, we have great sales today.
Marisa has crickets at her house, and it turns out this is all Christopher Columbus's fault.
Rickets, I think is what he was.
Rickets, so I was
Rickets
wrong.
and malaria. And
Hey, by the way, management told me earlier that on Columbus Day is usually the furniture sales. That's the big sale this holiday.
Thank you, management.
Sam, can I punch you?
Wow.
I am so angry right now.
I can't even...
But did you get this time that he was talking about crickets?
Yeah.
Not rickets?
Not
But
rickets.
Denny was saying rickets.
Wow. That is funny stuff.
But in case you didn't get it, they decided to revisit the joke.
Yeah.
Again.
They are wild.
Now, did Denny revisit it because he wasn't sure people heard it, being that his face was in a pillow when he said it the first time? Holy boy.
Oh, my God.
That whole thing, too, with Columbus.
Oh.
You got to be like, hey, we're not celebrating it. Don't worry. We understand he was a horrible man. Guy had balls enough to jump in a rickety ship. Rickets.
Mm-hmm.
Crickety ship?
Crickety ship.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Sail the ocean blue.
Right, in 1492. And come over here and, kick some ass.
Bang some broads.
Take some land.
Kick some ass.
What did he do? How much land could he possibly have taken?
No, how dumb were the Indians? God almighty.
Yeah, enough.
Bunch of guys in pilgrim hats, just throw dirt on them.
If you had a wheel, perhaps you'd have done a little better.
Why do you believe guys in ships carrying muskets with black shiny shoes and knee-high socks? What's the matter with you?
Shiny buckle. Ooh.
God almighty. Here's a berry. Give us your town. Okie doke. How about negotiating a little?
Right.
They see their reflection. They see the reflection of themselves in that shiny buckle and think you have their soul.
Yeah.
They run off into the woods screaming.
Hey, you want to smoke this pipe? Now sign over that deed of land. Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Fair enough.
You got it.
Not a clue that they might be a problem.
None.
Yeah.
Not a clue.
Everyone's friendly here.
Right.
And then they didn't notice that the blankets that they were using were making everybody who used them cough and die.
Yeah.
This blanket makes me sneezy.
I'm not trying to say, by the way, that in Harrisburg that Denny is gay at all. I was only saying that his breath smells like upholstery. And pillowcases.
Well, the team continues with their Columbus Day material. Thank God, Sam.
Yeah.
Denny, happy Columbus Day to you as
Shut
well.
up, John. I don't celebrate or acknowledge that holiday. He was a terrible man. And he didn't make just one trip to the over here.
Well, of course not. You see all the crickets here? How many? I mean, you'd had to come over a few times to boat the crickets over.
Rickets.
Crates and crates of them.
Rickets. There's
responsible for rickets and scurvy and smallpox and malaria.
Hey, you look at Columbus, man. He was the Carnival Cruise, man. He was always down in the Caribbean and stuff.
Yeah, he made like 4 trips, so that's where he always is. He was never up here. It's not like he landed in Georgia.
They should just be playing music and giving away concert tickets.
Mm-hmm.
What are they doing?
Well,
What are they doing, Sam?
They do that. They don't even do very much talking because they have music and traffic and news that is apart from their talking. And so when they are talking, they're doing the cricket ricket routine.
Do you know what would be perfect to hear on this?
What?
One of them screaming, "Oh my God, there's a fire in the entrance. We're trapped. Help us."
Yeah, if your radio show is forced to do traffic, your bosses have no confidence in you.
Like the Happy Land Club.
Yeah,
in the Bronx.
Social club.
Remember that? 85 people killed one jealous boyfriend because of a fat chick.
Naughty boy with the little thing of gasoline and match. Oof.
Let's say hi to Nick in Maine. Nick?
Hit her,
Good
Nick.
morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Jimmy, can you be any dumber? The Pilgrims were not with Columbus.
So the answer would be no, I couldn't be. What was
Who gives a crap? The jokes were funny.
I'm coughing like that. Oh, my God. Grandpa.
See, the 1400s, Columbus came over. But, yeah, it was down in the Caribbean. And then in the 1600s, then came over the Pilgrims and, and they did the whole Plymouth Rock thing and then that other place in Virginia.
John Standish.
Miles Standish.
Oh, John, his friend.
And
John was the brother
John
that we talked
Smith.
about. No, John Standish was Miles' brother. He was like the bassist. And I was right, by the way. What happened was Columbus dressed up like pilgrims to fool the Indians, so they would blame them. So I'm not an idiot, sir.
Yeah.
I knew that. It was bait and switch.
Let's say
ass.
We got some info on this radio show.
Tommy Five Toes says, no, it was Ted Standish.
That's right. Could you make me a hat with a buckle on it? I like a belt buckle on a hat and knee-high stockings.
Ted Standish.
Yes. Let's go to Chad in Pennsylvania. He has some info on this Wink Wake Up show. Chad.
These guys are atrocious. They actually replaced a guy who I believe in the early 90s was suspended by the FCC for a year for being too edgy. So this was their backup plan to bring in something nice and weak and stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, earlier you guys in Jocktoberfest goofed on the People's Radio show, which is also out of the same market. That's pretty much the two options we have here if we don't have satellite.
So sorry.
We've made fun of 3 shows from your area. That's how bad the radio is in that Harrisburg area.
It's terrible.
All right.
Wouldn't it be funny if they were goofing on us, too, because they had Pigtober? And they just played, like, disgusting misogynist radio shows.
Horrible things we say on a daily basis.
Nice. All right, we're going to wrap up today's Jocktober, looking at the Wink Wake Up show. They do their Columbus Day bit again, Sam?
No, they don't.
This is one.
Stop it.
It's the 4th time.
If they say rickets again,
stop.
I'm committing suicide.
Oh, jeez, don't do that, Jimmy.
Denny, happy Columbus Day, buddy.
Shut up, John. He was a terrible man. I don't celebrate the day. He was a slave trader and brought disease to this country and killed off probably 150,000 Indians. And he didn't discover America. He landed in Cuba, and I believe Leif Erikson was here in the year 1000, and I believe the Native Americans were here when he got here as well. So I just don't.
So you're saying we should be celebrating Leif Erikson Day?
We should celebrate Leif Erikson Day, or celebrate North American Indigenous Person Day.
Or even Leif Garrett Day. What's the difference?
When's National Indian Day? When's that coming up? They were here first. That's the way it works. Finders keepers.
Enough already. Let's get to football.
Who is even ready for it?
Who's ready for some football?
Wait, what?
The girl wanted some football, and all I can think of is her standing there, legs shoulder length apart, in the wrong place as somebody does, like, as a kicker comes and does the kickoff, and then they're like, "Where's the ball?" And she's rolling around, holding her hips, yelling, "Help!"
Now I'm going to have to give birth to this thing. Jocktober, the Wink Wake Up Show. Sam, terrific.
Yeah.
Wow. God, it just made me angry. That one just made me angry.
That is.
But did you guys get
it? It's a show with 3 chicks.
Danny
There's 3 chicks there.
Does not celebrate Columbus Day.
Yeah,
why not?
Oh, yeah, why not?
Because Columbus brought in crickets.
I get it.
And he killed people.
Yeah.
Yeah, the indigenous people.
Yeah.
I figured Denny would like Columbus. He was probably unclipped. I imagine Denny's one for, he prefers a gentleman with a lot of skin.
All right, we look forward to the next show.
Yes, as we continue.
Yeah, move out of Pennsylvania for a while, will you?
Move out of there.
Jocktober.
We still haven't done Boston. We still haven't done Scott and Todd for everybody here in New York.
That's kind of my backup plan, because they're always good.
Scott and Todd should be the grand finale.
Yeah.
These hacks, they've been doing it for how many decades now? How long have they been at
7.
it?
14 years.
14 years boring the hell out of their audience here in New York City. Amazing. Amazing. See what happens if you're like, you're good? They allow you to keep broadcasting year after year after year with mediocrity.
Hi, David.
David.
Hi, David.
All right. Let's take a break. I think we got, who we got coming in today? Seth Green?
Yeah.
Nice.
Isn't he with somebody, too?
Yeah, Clark Duke.
Who the hell's Clark Duke?
He's from...
Doing a film with him.
Yeah, and he's from...
But who is he?
Clark and Michael Cera's web show, and he's on the ABC family show Greek.
Greek's his family show?
It's about fraternities in college. And
Oh.
So it was a Craigslist program.
Dropping marshmallows?
Yes. Teaching you to speak it. Get it?
Of course.
Get it? Greek lessons given. How much for French lessons? 100. 150 for Greek lessons.
Greek lessons.
I love that.
I don't think I need a lesson.
Why would I call a prostitute to learn to speak a foreign language?
Yeah, that's silly.
I'm all confused.
How would that help?
Moving right along. Opie and Anthony, Jim Norton. Did you have some of Steve's treats?
I did. Steve's chick made some, they looked horrendous. It was, what are they called, Steve? It was a brownie.
Corn brownie.
It was 5 different good snacks, which looked like they made one awful one. It looked like you pulled some out of a garbage can. It was a brownie with peanuts.
Peanuts, popcorn, those little peanut butter chips, and I think extra chocolate fudge in the middle.
Why the popcorn on top?
I don't know. I've never seen that before. I think it's kettle corn, actually.
Brownies rule.
Kettle corn?
I've never seen that before.
What's
But
the difference?
I don't know. Brownies rule, but with popcorn on top?
Can I say?
It was good?
I wanted to mock it and throw it at Steve, but I was too busy enjoying it.
There you go.
I went in for a second helping.
Attaboy, Jim.
It was good.
Sometimes you gotta treat yourself.
That was damn good. And I'm afraid Steve is losing his mind. We all think Steve's going crazy.
Yeah.
So I was afraid that he poisoned it.
No, not at all.
Let's see how Jim likes the little crushed glass with his impression.
It's slow acting. Poison.
Just
being literal.
And how do we know
It
this?
is. You're dead.
How do we know this Wooly Willy thing? I've
Wooly
never...
Willy? You've never seen Wooly Willy? That's the face, and then it's got like metal dust inside the little plastic case with the little face, and you take a magnet and you pull the metal dust and make facial hair and hair on his head and everything.
Yeah.
And I guess Danny was.
Steve is now freshly shaven.
Yes,
his head anyway.
His head's shaved, but he's still got the. The mustache
the
thing that goes around, and
I couldn't figure out exactly who he looked like until I finally just realized he looks like the Wooly Willy things that you play with as a kid with the little magnetic pen. And
if you pull up Wooly Willy, I'm sure if you go to Google Images,
if you Google
it'll pop
image
up.
magnet hair, it'll be like the second.
Yeah, it looks just like Steve now.
Yeah, we'll throw this up on ONDayRadio.com.
Get a picture of Steve and a picture of Wooly Willy and put it on our website.
You're a Wooly Willy looking fool.
Thank you, Jim.
God damn, that looks like Steve.
Well, you missed the middle stripe.
Yeah, can we get a middle stripe for Steve?
Yeah, that's hard with the magnet. It might pull the other whiskers toward the middle.
That's right.
Make you look silly.
Yeah.
Be silly.
Yeah.
We got the Ringo message. Thanks, Steve.
Wooly Willy.
Thanks for the treats. We appreciate it.
Wooly Willy is a tool.
That's a good one.
Oh, it looks like there's an iPhone app.
Is there really?
Yeah.
There's a Wooly Willy app?
Well, from this picture, I don't know if that's real or Photoshop, but apparently.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is it getting reception? That's got to be photoshopped.
Oh, Jimmy loves his iPhone.
My new one's better.
Yeah.
The other one I dropped in a bathroom in Los Angeles. If you'll notice, I have a white iPhone.
Hey, what happened?
Well, the kid made a $500 temper tantrum.
Oh, Jesus.
What happened,
Christ.
Jimmy?
You did not.
The
Yeah.
rage hit me. I was in
Great.
my hotel in Los Angeles, and I realized I don't get good reception in New York. I don't get good reception in Los Angeles. Let's see how this would look skipping across the hotel room floor. And then a funny pattern appeared on it, and I made some kind of a rage noise. And I literally, I spiked it on the marble bathroom floor. And it really shattered wonderfully.
It came apart.
So I went the next day, and I said, I've had a little accident. There's been an incident with the iPhone. And I need a new one. And they said, okay, that's going to be $500. And I said, no, but the sign says $299.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, but the other $200 is an AT&T incentive when you get
What?
when you get a new
The new G
or a new phone contract.
contract.
So you see, because I didn't get a new contract, AT&T wouldn't subsidize the other $200.
Jesus.
So that was a $500.
Wow.
I still have the phone too.
A $500 spike? When are you going to join the dark side and get the BlackBerry?
Here's why. It's funny you should
It's all
say
about
that.
the BlackBerry, man. You're watching the baseball every night. They're promoting the hell out of the BlackBerry.
It's not all about the BlackBerry. It's all about the
BlackBerry.
iPhone.
No,
That BlackBerry Touch is coming out in December, so I don't want to cancel my contract in case that sucks. But if that BlackBerry Touch is good,
I'll be online for that, my friend.
my name will be Vinny Verizon.
And I'm not.
Wow.
I'm not a tech guy. People know that, but I'll be online for the new BlackBerry. Can't wait to check it out. Hey, Ringo Starr is our douche of the day. This guy is demanding that his fans stop sending him stuff to sign.
Jeez, be appreciative.
You know what's going to happen? He's out of touch. It's gonna make people just kill him with mail.
Yeah, wouldn't you just now send him? Like, I would never think of sending Ringo any kind of request for an autograph, but now I'm kind of thinking about it.
Let's send him.
I just want to annoy Ringo.
Let's send him 100,000 postcards.
Yeah. Please send me.
Yeah. Well, this is
an autographed drumstick.
Yes.
He put this video message out today, thinking this is going to stop people from sending stuff. I think people are going to be annoyed and they're going to send more stuff.
This is a serious message.
Serious.
Message.
This is a serious message. Where did he put this out?
Just online.
Online?
Wherever. I don't know. Maybe.
Is it like a blog or is it a podcast?
I don't know.
This is a serious message to everybody watching my update right now. Peace and love. Peace and love. I want to tell you, please, after the 20th of October, do not send fan mail to any address that you have. Nothing will be signed after the 20th of October. If that has a date on the envelope, it's going to be tossed. I'm warning you with peace and love, but I have too much to do. So no more fan mail. Thank you, and no objects to be signed. Nothing. Anyway, peace and love, peace and love.
Deal with it.
What a douche.
You're a multi-millionaire because of your fans. Deal with it. Deal with a bunch of mail.
And your music has sucked for 30 years.
Yeah.
Name me one good Ringo song since the Beatles dropped out.
There was the one about...
You're 16.
Yep.
You're beautiful.
And
I'm in jail.
Yeah, that's average at
We were
best.
able to sing about, like, crap like that years ago. That's like... what was that one?
Sweet Caroline.
Or, yeah.
It was a
like
pedophile
sing about
song,
a
too.
16-year-old girl.
You come on like a dream.
Yeah, see?
Peaches and cream. Winds like strawberry wine. You're 16. You're beautiful, and you're mine.
How about that?
How old was he when he was singing about a 16-year-old girl? That's what we need to know
Yeah, how
today.
old was he there?
How old was he?
I bet he was.
I mean, he's got to be,
older
what,
than 16.
mid-60s now. That
Yeah.
song's probably 30 years old.
What about that other song, Young Girl? Like back then, Gary Puckett and the Union Gap. Young girl, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. Better run.
Another pedophile song.
Yeah, better run. Listen to this. I'm too well hung, girl.
You're only one girl.
See? Of a woman, right?
Uh-huh.
Listen to this.
You've kept the secret of your youth.
Kept the secret of your youth.
You led me to believe you're only love to give me love. And now it hurts to know the truth.
Ah, she lied.
Oh, young girl, get out of my mind.
But he's digging it.
My love for you is way out of line. Better run, girl.
He's chasing her. She's in a cowboy hat. He's got a Garrett. She's got little boots.
Trying to write a ransom note.
You're onto something. These pedophile songs from back in the day.
There's plenty of them.
Well, Ringo was...
You're just a baby.
You're just a baby
In disguise. Wearing that lipstick. Yeah, you little hooah.
Kiss had one called Christine 16.
Yeah.
And in it, he's like, I don't usually say things like this to girls your age. But when I saw you coming out of school that day I knew. It's like a really great Gene Simmons song. Yeah.
Dirty. Ringo was 34 when he was talking, singing about a 16-year-old.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
And then you got Sweet Caroline that came out recently. That's about Caroline Kennedy.
Yeah.
When
that one, though, like just listening to it, you wouldn't know. But it was about Caroline Kennedy.
Yeah.
When she was a kid.
Yeah.
But there were other songs that are just like...
We need a few others.
Like real creepy. Ugh.
So Ringo doesn't want you to send fan mail anymore. Poor Ringo. Probably can't find his phone bill. It's just buried in fan mail.
What about Go Away, Little Girl? Was that one?
Who's saying that?
Donny Osmond?
Yes.
Yeah, but he was...
I don't know.
He was a girl himself.
Yeah, maybe he was a kid. Is that it? Oof.
Another pedophile song.
Go away, little girl.
He was a little kid anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, whatever.
This is what Michael Jackson sang, too. Go away, little girl.
Oh, yes.
Come here, little boy.
Thank you to Franco and Oceanside. Yes. Benny Mardones. Play Into the Night.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Is that one?
She's just 16 years old. Leave her alone. Yes. That's a famous song.
Thank heaven for little girls.
Yes.
Because little girls have... Yeah, we all remember that. The most offensive song contest. That one is a favorite.
Remember when we were talking about the lawyers earlier? There's one of many they took away from us.
Oh, that was so bad.
Oh, my God.
That was probably the most offensive song.
We should do that
One
on
of our
the
most...
side. We should do it again.
It's
Well, the problem is they all go with the racist stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what?
Where are those songs?
I know. I don't see why that would be a problem. It's
We did
billed
this
as the most offensive song.
We did this bit, the most offensive song ever. And we had listeners like record songs, and wow.
There were KKK songs. There were pedophilia songs.
Concentration
camp songs. It truly, when we said we were doing a most offensive song contest, boy, the listeners stepped up. That was one thing I think every listener could get involved in.
Hey, who's on the phones?
There's no one on the phones? Look, they're all lit up and none of them are being answered.
This is when we need our phones.
Oh, my God.
Where were you, Travis?
Oh, boy.
I was pulling something.
Well,
yeah, you were pulling something, all right. Holy smoke.
We're kind of stalling to try to get more pedophile songs on, that people remember.
Wow.
Maureen McCormick, by the way, has obviously had a little face work done. Her head, it looks like a Pez dispenser with a wrinkled neck.
Yeah.
Good description.
But it's also
they pulled
like
everything.
crooked. Like one side of her face is crooked.
Yeah, I don't think the...
and she got that old lady neck.
And cankles.
Oh, look at what happened to little Marsha Brady.
Marsha.
Oh.
Look at her neck.
Ugh.
It looks like a stegosaurus leg. Oof, I redeemed myself.
Oh,
Let's say how to-
look, then they got to show her like that.
those little-
That's what you're talking.
Those legs.
Walking around Fillmore Junior High.
Mr. No Package next to her. Stupid girl.
Marcia, I was thinking, would you want to go to the dance? That was when big man on campus there asked her out, and then she broke her nose.
Yeah, I got an 8-ball.
And he said something suddenly. She said something suddenly came up.
That's right.
Well, he said that.
Hey, let's say hi to
She
Booger
went
Couch.
to the door.
Booger Couch.
Good morning, radio gods.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, you know that song about Warrant Cherry Pie? Wasn't that about a little girl who was a little bit over 3 years old?
I don't think so.
Was it?
Sonny. No.
No.
Yeah, it's a math joke.
Oh, stop.
Hey, I got a contest idea for you guys.
Okay.
Worst caller, you win.
Yeah.
Contest over.
Thanks. You get a bunch of people in the studio, you pump them full of laxatives, and then you hold a contest called Hold Your for a Wee Fit.
We were attempting to do something off the whole Wii thing, and they told us no on that one, too.
Of course they did.
It was harmless, too.
Of course they did.
It was a great idea for a Wii.
And you said,
one.
and you said
Yeah.
why? And they said, because we're eunuchs in ties.
Thank you, Booger. All right. This story comes out every year. We got the giant pumpkin.
Oh, boy.
You got one dummy that grows a giant pumpkin and gets some national attention.
Who gives birth to one?
Here's here's this year's pumpkin story.
In Rhode Island, a Massachusetts man took away the prize at the 15th annual Giant Pumpkin Championship. Steve Connolly's pumpkin may not have broken the record. However, his fruit still took home first place and went on display. The gargantuan gourd weighed 1,568 pounds. That's right.
Wow. Every year. Why do they think we care?
Effing year. With the
Why
giant
do they
pumpkin.
think we care?
Let's go to Will in Nebraska. Will?
Yeah, Bruce Springsteen, I'm on Fire is a pedophile song, isn't it?
I don't know. Is it?
Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? No, but it's...
Nah, that could be just like dirty talk.
Yeah, he's not singing about a little girl, I don't think.
No.
We should ask Roland.
No, I'm trying to think. I knew they were more like they were all those old songs where it seemed acceptable to sing like that.
Well, that was before they changed the laws.
What about the blood, sweat, and tears? Did they have one, or the guy was just kind of like that?
That was just a report of what he saw
Yeah,
on the streets.
what he was doing. That guy was a naughty, naughty boy.
He sure was. Let's go to Barry in D.C. Barry.
Hey, what's going on? Don't forget about Jerry Lee Lewis. He had some of the greatest pedophilia songs of all time.
Well, yeah.
He did, yeah, right? High School Confidential, and, of course, he did You're 16, You're Beautiful in Your Mind. 16 was too old for Jerry, though.
Yeah, he practiced what he sung, man.
Yeah.
He didn't mess around.
Hero.
All right, punching out, guys. Have a great day.
All right, Steve Lawrence. Glenn in Jersey.
Hey, guys, good morning.
Hey.
Hey, you know that Donny Osmond thing, he sang it when he was like 14, but Steve Lawrence did the original back in the 60s. He had to be at least 40.
Really?
What was the song?
Go away, little girl.
Go Away, Little Girl song
Yeah.
by Steve Lawrence.
Man, he had some thoughts in his head, huh? Is this the original?
Yeah.
Steve Lawrence, the original.
Oh, let's see.
Go away.
Ah, God.
A little girl.
Go away, little girl.
Let's hear where he goes with this. Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be alone with you.
He's got a restraining order.
I hate this song.
Oh, Uncle Paul. Ooh,
But our lips must never meet.
really?
I belong to someone else, and I must be true.
What?
Oh, go away.
I love that part. Go away, little girl.
Go away.
If I touch you, I'll have to go away, little girl.
What the hell happened? You can't have a song like this come out nowadays.
No.
Go away.
When you are near me like this, you're much too
I got a good line there. I can't say it.
So go away, little girl, before
When we're alone like this, there's no hair where you...
Let's say hi to Jeff in Baltimore,
Hey, good morning, boys.
the hometown of Sale. What's up, Jeff?
Yeah, one of the classic pedophile songs is Gilbert O'Sullivan, Claire. It's about him, baby.
Oh, God damn, that's right.
You know this one?
Horrible. What?
But isn't his daughter?
No, I don't think it was. I think he's like the uncle or something.
What do you know on Claire?
Claire.
The moment I met you, I swear.
Yeah. No, I heard this like a couple of months ago, and I was like, what the... This has to be the creepiest song ever as far as pedo songs.
I thought it was a parent thing.
No, listen, it's horrid.
The moment I met you, I swear, I felt as if something somewhere had happened to me, which I couldn't see. And then, the moment I met you again,
what's wrong with this?
Oh, wait.
in my
Okay.
heart that we were friends. It had to be so. It couldn't be no, but try. As hard as I might do, I don't know why. You get to me in a way I can't describe. Words mean so little when you look up and smile. I don't care what people say. To me, you're more than a child. Oh, Claire.
More than a child.
Yeah. Wait.
If ever a moment so rare was captured for all to compare, that moment is you. In all that you do, but why? In spite of our age difference, do I cry? Each time I leave you, I feel like a die. Nothing means more to me than hearing you say, I'm going to marry you. Will you marry me, Uncle Ray? Oh, Claire.
Uncle Ray.
Uncle Ray?
Talking about marrying and I saw your underwear.
What's underneath was bare. Come sit on my lap in this chair.
This is him playing her
In
pussy.
court, my hand on the Bible as I swear. Oops. Oof, dump that.
Tight as a drum, that's a snare.
Oh.
La 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 la.
She's babysitting, see?
Catch of my breath, what there is left of it. You can be murder at this hour of the day, but in the morning this hour would seem a lifetime away. Oh, Claire.
This is the creepiest song ever.
Good call with this one.
Oh. And then it ends real creepy. Listen. Uncle Paul.
Yeah, Claire's ticklish. Coochie for a lolly.
That guy should just be imprisoned for that song.
And they look at Gary Glitter and what he's done.
Claire, they pull images of you off my hard drive. Even though it's 30 years before a hard drive.
Wow, good call. Pedo songs.
Claire, my hand on the Bible, the judge makes me swear. Boo.
No. And had to shoehorn back there.
Yes, I did shoehorn. That's what he had to do with Claire.
Oh, my God. It ain't getting better than that. Opie and Anthony, Seth Green next. Stay there. Moving right along, Opie and Anthony, Jim Norton. Sit down. We got Seth Green in studio with Clark Duke. I believe they're promoting Sex Drive, which is going to be in theaters Friday.
Thanks for the warning, guys.
What happened?
It's just, throw you on the air.
Hey, let's get on the air.
That's how it works.
Let's spend all our minutes getting settled.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're that type of show, though.
I know.
We're not polished.
I don't mind.
You should know that by now.
I do know that. That's why I always bring a polishing rag.
We're the worst.
You got some pedo songs someone was telling me?
Well, no. You guys were talking about inappropriate youth-oriented songs. My Sharona is one of the filthiest songs I've ever heard.
What do you
like,
mean?
Well, start with that backbeat, which is like doo 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 doo, having sex, no joke, and then the lyrics are literally, I always get it up for the touch of the younger kind.
Oh, really?
Yeah, running down the length of my thigh, Sharona. Like, that's a filthy song.
Yeah.
Wow.
I never really
And it was played so
delved into that.
It was a hit.
carelessly upbeat. Well, there you go, yeah.
There it is. Played on radio stations all over the country.
Yeah, but the real worst, I mean, the most criminal song that was so consistently misrepresented, and this is one of my favorites, is that Third Eye Blind song, Semi-Charmed Life, which was used in just about every movie preview because it had that upbeat doot, doot, doot. But if you listen to the lyrics, there's a lyric in the first verse that says, doing crystal meth will lift you up until you break. and then later it says, those little red panties really passed the test as I threw you on your belly face down on the mattress.
Wow.
And that was in...
And everyone's just bopping to it, thinking it's a family-friendly song.
Like, you know,
it's nice.
But it's like the parents playing Shorty Got Low for their 4-year-old because it's so funny to watch them dance.
Yeah.
Here, wait, right here. Listen. She goes down on me. The lyrics. Well, we shouldn't really spend all our time. Somebody can look it up.
Wait, I think I just heard him say coming over you.
Yeah, no, he
Really?
did.
Oh, yeah. Huh. But they play it on radio.
Drop another line. Yeah. I can break this down for you. I did a course on it, the Learning Annex.
We were just amazed at how, like, in the in like the '60s, for some reason, a few artists put out these songs that were just like awful, and the '70s, awful pedophile songs.
Yeah,
and then they were like huge hits, like, oh, he just loves the kids, he just finds them so cute and fun. It's like, no, listen to the words. He's talking about touching them.
Yeah, he's got some thoughts.
I think there's an underground movement trying to make it okay for adult men to have sex with underage girls.
Yes. How's that going?
I'm adamantly opposed to it.
Oh, damn.
All right.
You got to protect our children.
Do we?
So you say protect, I say teach. Instruct them.
Hey, Seth, before we talk about Sex Drive, earlier we were talking about our radio show and stuff and some of the things we can't do anymore.
Oh, sure.
And with Robot Chicken and Family Guy, what have you guys had to deal with?
You know, the legal concerns for the show are so specific because it all has to do with parody and what's considered fair use and liability in that capacity. And as long as we have justification for any of the jokes that we make, we're pretty clear. But we're also... This is going to sound obnoxious, but I've become almost an expert in the field over the last 4 years.
So I've
had over 80 episodes to produce. Oh my gosh!
Look at that little delicious drink you just got.
For the people that can't see, thank you so much.
It should be everyone no one can see.
Oh no, they've got like a web broadcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
a little bit.
You're on the web.
Gosh,
That's like 2 girls, 1 cup size.
It really is.
Good one.
Not tasty, though.
Definitely can fit.
It's got the puke on top and everything.
Definitely fit massive amounts of diarrhea in this cup.
No kidding, man. No, because
what were we talking about?
Well, it came up because of South Park. You know, they're getting a little flack, but not really about the Harrison Ford thing with George Lucas and Steven Spielberg.
That's taste, though.
That
has nothing to do, because you can make a metaphoric justification for that visual. That's just taste. I understand the sentiment, but you know, those guys have families that are watching that show because they love the show, and it's just a little aggressive. And
the thing is,
you know what I mean? You don't need to go that big. That's just kind of become their MO.
I'm certainly no Steven Spielberg or George Lucas, but I would laugh my ass off if I was just turning, going around the channels and I saw that. And there is a cartoon image of me raping one of the characters that I had created.
You think so, but there's so much subtext to that statement, and also how long they've been trying to put that movie together, and the fact that it didn't come out the way anybody had hoped, and you know what I mean. It's a huge financial hit, which is all the more confusing.
Maybe just go to Skywalker Ranch and bathe in some cash to feel better. That would be good.
Yeah,
it would. I mean, but like I said, I think it's only because I've had. And this is going to sound obnoxious to say, but in the last couple of years, I've had occasion to actually get close to that family. So, I think I'm biased.
Which one?
To Lucas.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
he did the Star Wars.
In the course of making Star Wars, I've gotten to know his kids, and I spent a bunch of time with that company. So it's not like I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, but there's a sensitivity factor.
Drink up,
necessary.
My friend. That's the place to drink the Kool-Aid.
That is some tasty Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Damn.
I just, South Park is known for being provocative and pushing the envelope, and that's what they do. That's how they become so successful. And I really do love that show and admire those guys because I think they're brilliantly talented and make some of the most astute social commentary. I just felt like that depiction, it's bold and it's further than you need,
What was the one thing you wanted to do and they just said no effing way and it frustrated you?
Our stuff is so stupid. It's always like corporate, cooperative partnerships between, cereal companies and the parent company. You have to remember we're on Adult Swim, which ultimately is owned by Cartoon Network, which ultimately is a subsidiary of Turner, which is, much bigger. It's bigger corporate ties. So all of their advertising and stuff for the network, for the show, for other aspects of their network and other shows, it all gets tied together.
Don't you hate that though?
I really do.
Like I don't agree with. We were trying to think when does a boycott work? Like people call up and go, "We're gonna round people up and we'll go to Procter and Gamble and tell people not to."
It's more simple than that. It would be Procter and Gamble themselves saying, "We're going to pull all our advertising from your network."
Yeah, because they're afraid of the people. The bottom line is they're afraid that people are going to associate
it's not watchdog
them.
Groups, it's not parent groups, it's not church groups. It is specific corporate ties to other corporations. It's them saying, "Look, we give you hundreds of $millions a year to advertise our products. That is what pays for all your programming. So we're not going to give you that if you're going to be making fun of us." If you're out and out making fun of us,
making fun of the product, the sponsor. Okay.
Yeah, we're talking about two different things.
I agree with that.
I'm not talking about FCC liability. I'm talking about legal obligations.
I mean, some
parody jokes.
Interest group that complains to a sponsor.
Now we don't worry about it.
And then the sponsor complains to the network and the show.
That's a long drawn out process, and that just winds up bringing more attention to whatever they're boycotting.
You hear that, Ant? We don't worry about that. That's what radio needs to do. No, I'm serious.
Not worried.
They worry.
Lawyers out of there.
You got a letterhead, man. Our company will bow to you. They will bend over and do what they did in South Park. All right, here you go.
We had
my you know what.
I probably shouldn't say this, but we had the same thing happen with Adult Swim when Aqua Teen Hunger Force did that guerrilla campaign in all those cities.
And only stupid Boston misinterpreted it as a terrorist attack?
Let me go on record as saying that those things were up for well over a week in Boston before the police responded. So if what they're concerned about is saving face, they already missed the boat because their response time to supposed terrorist activity is over a week. So, they got embarrassed. They had to save face, so they, sued. They put all these monetary fines and damages claimed against Cartoon Network, and they caved. And it was a stupid thing to do.
And they made that intern famous for a few days.
Not only that,
that guy with the dreads.
Not only that, they set a precedent for paying out, which I think is foolish because they did not have a claim. Boston did not have a claim. None of the cities had claims. Everything had been done correctly.
It's because lawyers don't want to do their jobs or they're incompetent. That's the main problem.
Nobody
the lawyers
wants bad
probably
press.
instructed them to cave in.
You're also talking about a larger parent company that suddenly got woken up and told that one of their tiny subsidiaries was doing something that caused a conflict in Boston. They were like, wrap this up. Wrap this up, yeah.
That's too bad.
It is too bad.
Sex Drive. In theaters Friday, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Let me introduce the radio audience to Mr. Clark Duke here.
I'm okay. It's pretty early.
What?
I was I wasn't offended, but thank you. Yeah, I'm Clark.
Saw you on the news yesterday, and
6 in the morning.
Yeah, it's very early.
I just barely function this time of day.
We were like, wow, you kind of look like an old producer of our show.
Oh, really?
So we kind of, had a little fun with that, watching you on the TV. But
while you were on the air here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
okay.
we actually just kind of...
Anything for the film,
We talk about...
That's good. Get it back to the movie.
We talk about TV. We talk about what TV we're watching. Yes, get it right back to the movie.
Who's that girl on the webcam? What is this?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Pal Talk.
Yeah.
See? It's like
we just alerted her to our awareness of her presence.
Yes.
Can she see us? Can she see this, this giant depth charge of coffee right here?
Giant coffee.
Is she the only person that you guys have video chat with, or
no? Usually, unless they're pigs. See, they don't go up there if they're pigs.
It won't even open the file.
No, it won't. Let me see.
If you're fat, the file will not open. That's amazing.
We're shutting her down.
What is she lighting up? Hold on a second.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's Canadian. She likes weed.
Canada.
Likes pot.
Oh, weed. I thought you meant she was into gardening.
Oh, well, yeah. That too, I guess.
That's a camera. That little black thing's a camera.
Yeah, I can see our feed right here. There's a little bit of a delay.
Yeah.
So we can't have any kind of real-time
I'm trying to... Boy,
Usually there's interaction and.
Like
Let me see. What do we got here?
It hit you in the face. That was good.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
I wish I wasn't so entertained
I'm just
by
trying
this.
to pull up whoever I can, but. Yeah, it's weird. It's just kind of an interaction, and it also works at home. But you got to watch out for what we call jackers. Jackers pop in the room every so often. They're usually Middle Eastern gentlemen
Jack off on
that they like to sit there and look at the ladies or the gentlemen sometimes, and just have the camera aimed at their lap and just go to town on themselves. And
so they have a
So you guys
they
have
have
that
a mobile
elite
rig.
audience that advertisers crave, then?
yes.
yeah.
Certainly. Vaseline.
Do they have some kind of traveling camera rig that allows them to go to town?
Yes. As a matter of fact, we've seen people drive to town. No.
They take their cameras in their cars, though.
All right, look.
We've seen them commute.
It's like eBay for girls. You can just go on here and pick and choose.
Really?
It's an amazing shopping opportunity.
Wow.
You go, all right, yeah, that one looks good. And then you just kind of,
Yeah, but then they're all the way in Canada.
and you start chatting. I can pay for airfare. I don't care.
That's true. I guess we could too.
Kidding? Just don't go to
Seems
Cleveland.
like a bad president to start setting up.
All right, listen. I'm going to get on a plane. I'm going to take care of my visa. I'll be there in about 16 hours.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time, Seth.
It really doesn't. It doesn't sound like a win situation for me.
Oh, it's great.
I got a 500,000
especially when they
frequent
get
flyer miles.
caught in your closet.
What better use to frequent flyer miles than to put some shit on a plane
Yeah.
and bring her?
Well, no, put her on the plane, definitely.
Well, this girl right here, she was caught in my closet by the traffic girl on the CW11 who I was going out with.
This is the weirdest, most convoluted
At the
scenario
time.
that needs a
It was
little bit
so
more of
weird.
a subject and a noun.
And you still have her on the show here on the video, even though she.
No, she
broke
was
into
in the
your home?
she was hiding in the closet. Well, she wasn't hiding. She was getting dressed in the closet. She was the one that wasn't supposed to be there as per the CW11 traffic
Hold on
girl.
a second. So you were dating the CW11 traffic girl.
Yeah, Jill. Did you meet Jill?
And candidly, you're admitting to having been scandalously cheating.
Oh, hells yeah.
Wow.
Interesting philosophy.
It was pretty. It was pretty bad.
It was a big
Wait,
story.
and even worse,
Was it really? Did they talk
timed
about it
it
on the news?
But you timed it so poorly,
dude,
that one showed up while the other was still in a closet.
Yeah, yeah. My buddy tells me I have horrid game. I really have horrible game.
You're like the White R. Kelly.
So wait a second. Is she typing her own chyrons over that?
Oh yeah. Now she's typing things that I've maybe said about the other girl that I won't say now.
Wow.
But yeah, so there was a big party over my house and we were hanging out and stuff. And then after the party, girlfriend got upset and kind of left.
Wait, who's that
'cause I was
girl
in the
front of
jacuzzi.
the stairs? What's happening on the show?
Oh, that's
This is a whole different component that I've
another
never
girl.
seen before.
She hung out there. You have no idea what Pal Talk is.
No. I
Oh,
don't
you
like
make pals on Pal Talk.
I don't like computers.
By the way, you have excellent game. You had a Playboy playmate show up while you were banging a 22-year-old. You have fantastic
22.
game.
You just put 2 years on her.
Oh, is she really?
Of course.
Nice.
22. Wow, she couldn't even vote.
Yeah, it was a rocket situation.
Look, I thought Josh was on TV.
And Danny and his chick were downstairs asleep on the couch and got to hear the whole thing. It was such a sordid affair.
They couldn't have been sleeping all that hard. Then.
No, Danny wouldn't even get up and try to bail me out. Like, Anthony, cheese it. She's coming up the
There
stairs.
was no time. Like
You did nothing to help your brother out.
It sounds to me like you've got an overactive sex drive, which opens.
Oh, strong.
Constant professional.
What's the movie about? What's Sex Drive all about?
It's really pretty
I like
obvious.
the thumbs up to the publicist after that line.
I got to give it to
Look at
them. Well, they paid for the trip, so
Yeah.
it's actually really self-explanatory. It's a boy who's willing to drive real far for sex.
It's a pun.
All right, see?
That's the story of Anthony.
Fun.
That's it.
It is.
He's driven to some fine places.
That's exactly it.
But I got to
past
be
year.
honest. This movie, you know me, guys. I try real hard not to be in garbage. This
All
is
right.
a very funny movie with
I'm
a lot of really funny people in it.
I love your work, but that goddamn River movie.
Wait, that one that grossed almost $80 million.
Yes, I know exactly.
and well over 100 on DVD.
Don't take it personally. I
certainly
understand.
don't take it personally.
It made a lot of money. Don't.
No,
You kinda-
I don't.
You kind of opened the door there, Seth.
Who, me?
Yeah, when you said I try not to be in.
Well, no, I know
It
for
made
a
a lot of
fact
money.
that I know for a fact I don't hit all demo quadrants all the time. But if I hit solidly in one of the 4, I feel like I've succeeded.
Exactly. I was just talking yesterday about Lewis Black, who was in Unaccompanied Minors or whatever the hell that was at the airport.
Really?
And I'm like, all right, Lewis, it's not a movie for everybody.
Let me explain why I was in that picture. It was a bunch of kids, and they're in an airport. And if ever there was a time where airport security is of America's utmost concern, it's now.
Yeah, that was pretty much him in the movie.
That could have also been Randy Savage, though.
You need to go add a couple more.
Sheridan.
Did we explain what sex drive's about yet?
Yeah,
We
the
haven't,
guy's
right?
drives around.
Around trying to get
Now, why
sex.
does he have to drive so far?
Well, because
he's
she's
a
in a
virgin.
different city.
Oh.
He lies about himself on the internet. He says he's like a football player.
Well, this is
Photoshopped
kinda
his
good.
picture. Yeah, yeah.
Very topical.
And he meets this girl online that says she will sleep with him if he drives to Knoxville, Tennessee, and we live in Chicago. And I play his friend who convinces him to steal his brother's car.
Clark is
and
very
go bang
convincing.
this girl. Yeah, I'm normally very convincing.
Oh, and then you drive, so it's
It's a sex
Yeah.
drive, you might say.
a sex drive.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what happens when you get there. But I'm not even...
Well, I don't want to give the ending away.
Don't! I bet it's just like you're just she's just being plowed in the bed.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Wouldn't it be hysterical?
What
Just
if he
to
just-
get- it
what if
turns
he
into
just drove straight
hardcore
there?
pornography.
They fade to black, and it's like the sweetest love music, and they start showing the credits like a Sean Anders film, and then it comes up, and you just say,
The movie's only about 20 minutes. He drives there, they have sex, it's over.
Yeah, it's done.
The sex itself takes about 4.5 seconds. He's just like, I can't believe it's my first thing. Ah!
Who is the virgin? Who's the guy who's the virgin?
The guy that's not here with us today on the radio.
Did you really just point to me?
I mean,
I play like a grandpa in the movie.
If he plays the version.
I've got like a mohair cardigan and a nice
you look
pipe,
very young. You're very
a leather chair. Do I look young enough to be a virgin and anything but the 40-year-old virgin?
In person, no, but you could just be like one of those ageless gentlemen that, who knows?
That's true. That's true. It's very Stephen Baldwin of me.
Who's the other guy?
Kid named Josh Zuckerman.
Okay.
Josh was actually the young Dr. Evil in Goldmember.
The Austin
Little
Powers.
known
Oh,
fact.
yeah,
Little known
okay.
fact.
You did a great job.
He's really very talented.
does a
And
great
great in
nailed it
this
to a
movie.
T.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
He has
Very, very sweet in this movie.
He has the kind of the hardest part, the straight man,
He does because
we all have such like fun, wacky characters, and he just kind of has to tie the whole thing down.
Well, his relationship in the movie is the emotional core of it.
Yeah.
It's what kind of connects you to it and gives you access to all this absurdity. There's so much absurd stuff in the movie, but you get connected to the romance of it.
Who plays the chick?
A girl named Amanda Crew.
Canadian.
Canadians.
A really unique kind of girl for this genre,
Yeah.
and I think people will dig her. I liked her a lot.
I think she's getting really well received. She's sort of a tomboy, cool best friend chick vibe.
Want to turn that monitor on there? Pop that up there, Danny.
Also, Katrina Bowden from 30 Rock is in it, the blonde girl.
Oh yeah,
Who's
couldn't be
also-
prettier. That
Couldn't
girl.
be a prettier girl. Also,
We met her mom at a screening the other night, who was super sweet. Apple, not far from the tree, my friend.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Any of those?
Yeah, that's right, Katrina. I shouted out your mom. Big deal.
You're right.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Miss Bowden.
Danny's popping up female lead.
What are you putting on?
there's also the Amish girl, Alice Gretchen, who's one of the most beautiful chicks.
Good
on
gosh,
the planet,
and
I
one
would
of the
say.
nicest people ever.
Couldn't be a sweeter gal.
Yeah. Apparently in a long-term committed relationship with
Yeah.
a great dude.
Just a solid dude.
So you know,
can't stand him.
Well,
No, I don't know.
you really hate for
don't
anybody
know.
to be better than
Yeah.
you at something.
Yeah.
you're
Okay.
striving
Kills
for.
you.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, right on, man.
Nothing wrong there.
How about that, fellas?
How about that?
How about that?
It's like merchandise. How about that, fellas? What are you willing to pay?
Yeah.
It's made in Canada. You know it's quality.
God damn, you're kidding me.
Yeah, it's time to go, man.
Wow.
What? Yeah, we go to 9 o'clock.
Oh
Sucks.
man. Well, we easily got another 4 minutes.
That's yeah. Come on.
Well, guys, it's always a pleasure.
Yeah, Sex Drive opens Friday. Clark Gregg, Seth Green,
Thanks for
Jimmy.
having us.
Thank you, sirs.
I'm just gonna stick around
just
and
it
hang
really
out
is
on your
amazing.
pal if that's cool.
Yeah, just hang.
I knew you'd never let your buddy down.
I would never let my buddy down.
I like having an inside joke on the broadcast on the radio.
I think people really appreciate being excluded from something nationally.
I do too.
That's what our whole show is, inside jokes. Pretty
It's
much.
a bit inside at times.
We do inside jokes for like 10 years and hope by that point everyone gets the joke.
Listen, guys, fist in the air, fight the power.
Fight
Don't let
the
the
power.
FCC's fines
Yeah,
bankrupt you.
man. Sex drive.
It's true.
When?
October
When?
17th,
Oh,
Friday.
damn. Okay.
I got
17th already.
I got to plug a gig
5
in
days.
Vegas, November
What?
21st. At the TBS Festival, I'm hosting a show with stupid Bob Kelly, myself, Russ Maneve, and one other act.
Ooh,
Very good.
Vegas.
Yeah, it's a Friday night, 7 o'clock show.
Next Monday, I'm going to be at the Burbank Holiday Inn in L.A., room 702.
And I'm
Ladies?
at Yuck Yucks in Drumheller, Calgary.
Playing with Rich Voss.
Is that a real town, Drumheller?
It probably is. We got to get out of here. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Take it easy. See y'all later.
That was some lame guitar playing right there. As we continue the Opie and Anthony show, we have to start with Jay Mohr. Mr. Mohr, how are you, sir?
Oh my gosh, I never met you guys right after the walk over. This is great.
Isn't that wonderful?
Jay.
You're a very important person, a big TV star, my friend.
I know.
VIP, gentlemen.
Look at you. Gary, unmarried, come on. I'm watching, Jay. It's great.
It's getting better and better. The first one was good. The second one, I'll always tell it to you straight. Let's not make a big thing out of it, stupid. And then the third one I thought was really good, and then the fourth one tomorrow night's going to be good too. So, I saw Jimmy. I watched YouTube. I watched Jimmy's Tonight Show. That was great.
Oh, thanks, Jerry. Thank you, man.
And you looked very handsome.
Yeah, my
such
suit.
a sweet boy.
I decided to put on my communion suit.
Aww.
I wanted the girls to write me MySpace messages.
The girls. Why don't you find yourself a nice girl and settle down?
Get a nice girl almost every night, man. Oh, you guys want to hear a good showbiz story?
Yeah,
ooh, I love showbiz.
Let's make some headlines.
My wife and I are laying in bed. That's not the good part. And we're watching a Raging Bull, and I said to her, I go, "Do you think Joey fucked Vicky?" And she goes, "Oh yeah." I go, "Why?" She goes, "It's just too ambiguous. I just think she would have fucked all of them. I just think she was a whore." And I go, "I think he fucked her because he never answers the question." You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
For real, or are you just being nice to me?
No, absolutely no.
I
disagree, but
I'll... Brother, you asked me once. I always answer you the first time. You never have to ask me 2 times. And then later he goes, "Did you fuck Vicky?" He goes, "I'm not going to answer that. You're nuts. This is fucking crazy."
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, though. The real Raging Bull, that was about his friend Pete. That was not about his brother Joey. It wasn't his brother. It was his friend Pete. And I think that he was so disgusted with the fact that this fucking annoying Jake would ask him that. Because Joey always kind of shit-talked Jake a little bit. What the fuck are you doing? You win, you lose. You don't understand anything. Do you understand that? Like, he talked to him like nobody else could. Got their fucking teeth knocked out. And he just couldn't believe the balls on this fucking mook asking him, "Did you fuck my wife?" Like,
fuck my wife.
It was a ludicrous
fuck my wife.
question.
You got all the answers, Joey, but you ain't got the right answers. I hear things.
That's fantastic.
I had to call, but what happened? You get out of line and fucking banged him around. I told you about that, didn't I? No, you never told me that.
I think you should have Colin Quinn answer that question, though, Jay.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What was the best Colin Quinn? It was Colin Quinn and
Reservoir Dogs.
God,
That ruled.
yeah.
We played that a few
the guy
times.
fucking, he lost his mind. He looks okay now. But, he turned it into a shooting gallery. But I saw Pesci at a gas station the day after my wife and I had this conversation about Raging Bull.
No kidding.
And I know Joe through somebody else. And I went up to him and I go, "Joe, I got to ask," after we said, hello, obviously. I go, "Do you think Joey in Raging Bull fucked Vicky?" And my wife goes, the obligatory, "Yeah, settle a bet for us." And he goes, "I think he did. Because I did." And I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "She was 51, but she was fucking beautiful. I knew her like 48 hours. And I said to Bob, I was living with Bob. I go, "I think I'm going to buy you a drink. Go over there. It'd be nice." Bob goes, "Don't do it." So I go, "Get the fuck out of there." So I went over and I just fucked the shit out of her for like 2 straight days. So if she was going to fuck me, I was a fucking waiter up in the Bronx. Of course she fucked his brother.
Wow, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong.
Could happen.
I don't want to say you're wrong, but you're fucking wrong.
You know what, Jay? I've been wrong before, and I'll be wrong again.
Well, where are you performing this weekend, Jimmy?
I'm just doing a gig in Harrisburg, PA, oddly enough, after we were trashing that show.
Yeah, it was a show, not the whole city.
Yeah, you're
town,
just
whatever it is.
Trashing a dumb radio show, not the fans.
Oh, bless you.
Jimmy, all right?
And not just because of the sneeze, just bless you.
You all right, Jimmy?
Yeah.
You're a lamb.
I like when people say, "Bless your heart."
Oh, bless you. You got some snot on your... No, you don't. I'm kidding.
Huh?
Have you guys ever been to medieval times?
Yes. I went to medieval times.
I just had my son for his 6th birthday, and I totally underestimated the amount of fun I was going to have. Because, they sit you in a section, and you're supposed to cheer for that night.
Yeah.
They go, you're in the black, and I totally did like the, hi, I'm Jay Mohr from TV. Maybe you could give us good seats and make sure we don't wait in line. Like, right this way, Mr. Mohr.
Yeah.
And they sit us in the front row. And we had the black and white night. And I'm like, all right, let's do this, bitch. And then that girl comes over, and she goes, hi, I'm your wench. And I look at my wife like, she fucking said it. Don't look at me. And so they give you, like, this fucking horse-filled heads with, like, beer and NyQuil, and you got to just drink like a fucking animal. And then, like, 10 minutes in, I'm like a fucking Raider fan going, black and white. Black and white, like I'm a Guido at Shea Stadium trying to get my whole section up. And my section's like being polite, like just kind of clapping, like, okay, he's crazy. But then like across the, Anthony, I know you love this shit, the medieval stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But across like the horseshit patch, like the other section, the yellow night, they're all chanting like it's a fucking soccer game, like, yellow, ole, ole, ole.
Yeah, they like, it seemed like they had some ringers in there, you know?
Like, put me in the fucking yellow section. Let's do it.
I'm Jay Mohr, for God's sake.
That's where the real fans are.
Crazed in there. And my son's got, he's 6. He's got a bottle of, like, peppermint schnapps. He's like, let's do this bitch. Fucking do it. Where's the wench with her fat tits? You want to spit on him and slap him? I'm like, how do you do that?
Yeah, they come up with their tits all pushed up in that bustier thing, and yeah, they just keep serving you like meat and booze.
You throw the
They don't give you like a pint. They give you like a hollowed out horse's head with a fucking straw coming through the eye. Like a giant chest piece. And you're like, drink it, drink it, drink it. You want some more? You want some more to drink? How you doing on drinks? And people get so drunk, like people are weaving in the bathrooms at a urinal.
Yeah.
And I'm just standing there going, my section sucked. And I look at the guy next to me like, you were in the yellow section. You guys were awesome. And he goes, at least I'm not fucking Jay Mohr.
In that black and white section.
I swear to God, he goes, at least I'm not fucking Jay Mohr.
Dude, did you buy your kid stuff and also buy yourself like a little jester hat or something? Or?
No, but my wife, they go, would you like to give a present for the lady? And then the black and white night does like this big charade. As he like trots around and of course he's doing kickouts with his balls flapping and stuff. And then he comes over with his sword with a rose on it and like puts it like right on my wife's tits. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck's up with this guy? So my wife was the queen of love and beauty. She had like a little sash.
What's up with this guy? Oh, he's heterosexual?
Yeah, right?
What
he's
what
like
do you mean?
winking at her. I'm like, bro, you're fucking look what you dressed as. If this works, I'm fucked. Then I gotta go home and go, would the lady care for a freshman?
I'm like, I was dragged to so many Renaissance festivals that, like, you go to take a piss and you ask where the bathroom is. And you're like, where's the bathroom? What, would that be meaning to take a bath? Like, no, I gotta, you know, pee or something. Pee? What? Oh, you need the privy. Yeah, the fucking privy. I'm gonna piss on your armor. The privy.
They tell you, like, the green section is bad, and you have to boo the green knight. And I'm like, oh, I can do that. I'll kill this fucking guy. And the green knight comes out, like, the tip of his horse's nose comes out, and I'm like, you're a bum. Like, clear as a bell. You can hear me. And everyone's like, oh, leave him alone. I'm like, you stink. And I'm yelling at him, and my son, you know, 6-year-olds are known as, you know, for being concise when they speak.
Yeah.
He goes, Green Knight, you're the worst knight ever. You're lower than the lowest number in the universe, and I hope you have diarrhea in your pants. Like, as the guy's running by,
Told
and
him.
looks over like, who the fuck are these two? And then I go, you stink, you're a bum. And we're in the front row against that wooden railing, and the guy takes his fucking sword and slaps it in front of me, and I go, ah!
Take it that, Jay Mohr.
The whole section laughs, and I go, now you're alive? Now I'm in the fucking section that has boisterous? Fucking queers. Then you're in the parking lot hammer just telling your 6-year-old, you could drive, you're tall.
Yeah, and then leaving, it's true, it's like that. It's like car jousting.
Yeah, you gotta walk past the people that are on their way in, and they're hammered already. There's like an 8 o'clock show and a 10 o'clock show. 3 shows, I walk 3 shows. You're not in a position to walk yet. Yet I say this. Lou with a cheap blonde, that's crazy.
Oh, Jay.
Well, I'm up early with the boy, and I was like, I need to fucking call these guys.
Well, this Gary Unmarried is doing well, Jay. How's your recognition? Is it going up even more because of the show, or what?
I don't know. I live in the Palisades. There's no reason for me to leave my house or my street.
Really?
The Pacific Palisades, my friend.
Yeah, it's crazy. But it's going, you know, here's the thing.
That's where
Our lead-in is The New Adventures of Old Christine.
Yeah.
And then we do a little better after that every week. It's a low we definitely have a lower number than, like, Worst Week Ever.
Uh-huh.
But Worst Week Ever's on after 2.5 Men, and there's, like, a precipitous drop after 2.5 Men to Worst Week Ever. So they have a better number than us, but we're, like, actually, our number goes up after our lead-in, and they go down, like, 50% after their lead-in. So basically, you want every show on CBS to fail except yours.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's too bad for them, assholes. Fucking die, get in a coffin.
That Worst Week Ever looks horrible.
That
I didn't even
kid's
take
so
a...
nice. I met that guy, though, at one of the upfront parties. It was like this nice guy. He just had a baby. Like, you can't root against him, really.
Oh, look what Jay's doing. He's a network shill
No,
now.
I understand, but
I'm rooting against
No, he was nice, Anthony.
Okay.
He's a
I
cunt.
fucking tell you, I don't give a shit.
Jimmy just goes, he's a cunt.
I despise him and his mediocrity. Show stinks.
They're advertising the show way too much, which means it's got to suck. There's billboards and posters everywhere.
Oh, he's a nice guy.
But he's a nice guy.
Stop
Good.
it.
Nice guy. Fuck you. Play with your kids. Fuck you.
We need the pests to just go bananas tomorrow night and just fucking rally and find the 2 pests with a Nielsen box and fucking tap it, would you?
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Let's take care
Come
of
on.
Jay Mohr tomorrow. Gary
Well, if
Unmarried.
you're watching Bones, like, oh, wow, he's doing an American accent. They all do stupid. If you want to see Hugh Laurie that bad, you can always get Street Kings on DVD.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I work with them all, Anthony.
Not a big Hugh Laurie fan, to tell you the truth. That whole... well, he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy,
Is he a nice
though.
guy too, Jay?
Huh?
Is he a nice guy too?
How?
He actually was.
Hugh Laurie is a fucking shit heap.
I like this good actor, bad actor.
Is it fun to do? All we have to do is just go, oh, come on, guys, and just let us do all the
come on.
bad stuff.
He's a nice guy.
He's
And
a
then,
nice
and then we
guy,
rip
you
him
know.
apart.
Yeah.
Fuck him, fucking limey.
Hey, let's hear it for the Dow. We're up 372 more points today.
No way.
All right, that's
Already?
good.
Getting back to 10,000, my friend.
And that's good. My fucking asshole broker is still sitting on the sidelines. Good job.
First, when it hit bottom, Jimmy's broker pulled everything out.
Yeah.
I told him I wanted to stop at a certain point. He let it go $11,000 lower than where I told him to go.
You're out of the market now?
Yes.
And then he pulled out and it's going back up.
Oh, shit.
He's chasing it.
You're going to jump out a window.
It's just
Jimmy has a black broker and a white broker.
Just a there you go. It's a terrible fucking job.
Oh,
How
my
about
God.
fucking Bill Maher going, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it's cloudy.
Oh, yeah, yes, right.
Like, you couldn't let that one go, Bill? Jesus,
Fuck.
it's hilarious.
Bill Maher.
Fuck Bill Maher. Let's do some
come on,
good
he's a
cop,
nice
bad
guy.
cop. Fuck Bill Maher. But he didn't come on our show to promote Religulous, and we're pushing it for the guy.
Goldman Sachs up another 1624.
There you
Bill
go.
Maher has the best weed in Hollywood, by the way.
Does he really?
Yeah, if you smoke out of Bill Maher's pipe, you better drive home quickly.
Before it takes over.
Otherwise, you just think you're in a fucking rocket. You put on, like, fucking Space Oddity by Bowie, and you just sit in the parking lot for 3 hours.
Oh, that's not a bad idea, though.
God, the market's going back up.
It sure
I fucking
is,
hate
Jimmy.
being
It
alive.
sure is.
Jay Mohr.
I just refinanced my house to get Citadel stock. What am I doing?
Jay Mohr, who you voting for?
I want to vote for the black guy because I
You-
think it'd
you
be good to
are?
have a president. I think it'd be good to have a president that could be late. State of the Union starts at 8. We're all looking at an empty fucking desk at 8:40. He's in the hallway talking shit to the Marines.
Now, Jay, are you...
But I think you're in that bracket where you make a little over 250,000. I mean,
A little, sometimes more than that. Anthony.
you're perhaps more than that in jail.
You're going to have to give up a little more of that. You know that.
Yeah. You know, to pay for the people that are behind you, because everything's supposed to be even in this socialist nation we live in.
Wasn't he saying that to a plumber?
Yeah,
the other
some
day?
plumber.
You
a
can't say
fucking
that
plumber
to a plumber. You
who-
can say it to someone that's on a CBS show, but not a plumber.
The plumber makes more than 250,000 because
Right.
you know, but he's a plumber. He's working his ass off, maybe his own company. And he asked Obama. He goes, you know, why am I going to have to pay more taxes? And Obama goes, because the people behind you need a chance too. It's like, on my
here's why
fucking
you gotta pay
dime,
more taxes.
on my back, on my fucking dime, I got to pump this up. It's not fucking a
Anthony.
socialist country.
Anthony, calm down.
I was going to use the word. Thank God you stopped me.
Yeah, calm.
What's the difference between ask not what your country can do for you? It's the same thing. The Republicans have fucked it up for the last 8 years.
Yeah,
so
look
bad.
what happened to that guy.
That's right.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's what's going to happen. I can't say
Well,
that.
no, you can't.
Jay Mohr, star of Gary Unmarried. What are
Gary
you doing?
Unmarried has been temporarily removed from the airwaves. So we replace the star.
I like that. It was removed in the future.
In the future.
You fucking idiot. That's your future voice.
Why was I doing future voice?
You gotta Unmarried, because we gotta fucking pay. I think we should just suspend NASA for 2 years, and all the NASA money goes into the economy.
No, it's kind of
What
fun
the fuck
watching
you
those
gotta take
things.
pictures of Saturn for? That's like $100 billion right there.
You know, I agree with you unless they do something really cool. Like if they want to go, I don't know,
They would have.
Mars.
Not to just take pictures, right?
Yeah, don't just go up and take pictures and show people floating around already.
I want some
Let's go up and get just gold floating around.
Yeah. Let's start mining. Mine the moon.
Mine the moon.
Let's mine the moon.
They got to have something
Yeah,
good.
Why don't you just mine Tucson and get the same material?
Dirt. Look, we're bringing back tons of dirt.
All right, gentlemen, I got to wake up my son. He's going to be late for his fucking private school that I have to pay for.
Oh, look at that. Well, Obama wants to tax
wake
those.
him up, and I'm going to rub him, like shake him awake, and he'll go, "I'll kill you, Yellow Knight."
You know, why should your son go to private school and other kids go to public schools? I think Obama should have it where we all send kids to the same schools.
Well, that's crazy, Anthony.
Oh, well,
that's crazy.
Why not in this socialist commie effing country
That's
this
crazy.
bastard wants to make?
He wouldn't do that.
Hate
Hey,
him.
Obama's not the one that socialized their fucking banks last week, my friend.
Hey,
goddamn
well,
good point.
look at the
That was
market, my
Republicans.
friend, because of
Yeah.
the socialized bank.
I wouldn't need to look at it because I don't have money in it.
Oh,
I
Christ.
fucking
Jimmy.
hate the stock market.
Jimmy, don't worry. All your
Let me
money's
know
tied
when.
up in cash.
Let me know when you're getting back in, so I could short everything.
It is in cash, by the way. My money's all in cash now.
Yeah, you're liquid,
Keep it under the mattress like the coloreds.
sticky, and slippery in your pants.
Hey, Jay, I got a question for you. So you're voting for Obama, but you're a Jersey guy. What's like your family and friends thinking? Are they McCain people?
Well, my father's going to go McCain down the line.
Yeah, that's obvious. Every father goes McCain.
down the line.
Like
Older
McCain
father, I
pulled
should
a porn
say.
star out of Alaska to help him out. That's great. That's the biggest promotion ever that didn't involve a glory hole. You know, she's like rolling a joint with her fucking Juno daughter going, who's on the phone? Vice president of what? 24-Hour Fitness? Leave me alone. Tell them I'll call them back before they close.
With his Juno daughter.
Get it? Because they're always open.
Yeah.
But I actually would like Biden and Sarah Palin together, but only if I could watch them fuck.
Wouldn't that be an angry fucking?
Yeah.
That Biden is just a me. He's like every
How
dean
about
of
that?
boys.
The whole debate changed once he started crying about his dead son.
Yep. He fucking
Once he
ruined the
started
whole
crying,
thing.
he was like, "Enough with the fake smiles. You're a cunt. Let's get out of here."
Yeah. There's something going on with
I gotta
Biden.
go, gentlemen.
All right, Jay.
Jay Mohr, Gary Unmarried tomorrow night. Let's all take a peek. There he goes.
Jay Mohr.
God fucking damn! I always hated the stock market.
Oh, Jimmy. It'll all pan out for you.
I want to go. There was a guy I talked to. He's a fan, and he heard my rant, and it's with the same company as the broker I'm with. I just think that the guy who's the fan would be better because he'd be more interested in helping you out and like paying attention.
Yeah, than just some fucking schlub.
Just get a Jewy Jew.
Jesus.
We have Jewy Jew.
Don't say that.
What's wrong with saying Jewy Jew?
It's got because
360
it sounds a little
points, it's up.
It sounds like
Anti-some.
yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
People wouldn't like being called that.
Really?
Just say, it's our accountant. That's what I call him. Our accountant.
Hey, Carl in Jersey.
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hi.
I love this Jay Mohr's new show. It's fantastic. And I gotta say, I am impressed. Jay Mohr is such a big fan of the O&A show. I'm proud of you boys. He knows all the references. He knows Anthony's voices, all the little show drops. So I'm just impressed with everybody, and I love all of you.
Jay goes back about 10 years with us at this point.
Amazing. I hope him good success in the show, and you guys keep it up. And Mimi, happy birthday. I'm out.
All right. Thank you, Carl. Let's say hi to John in Connecticut. John?
Yeah, it's supposed to be the land of opportunity, not the land of entitlement.
Exactly. I try to explain that to people, but they're fucking dummies and don't understand that this whole country isn't based on the fact that everyone fucking makes it. That's why if you want to go to a socialist country and live that way, then fucking go there. When you live in this country, sometimes you can work your balls off and still end up in a trench. That's what this fucking country's about.
You're taking a chance when you live here. It's a gamble, this country. It's from its inception. This country has been a fucking gamble. Some people make it, some people don't. Some people make it and then they don't make it. And then they fucking crash on their ass. That's what happens. We're not here to take care of every fucking body else. I don't care when Obama goes, what, to take care of the people behind you. Fuck the people behind me. I had to fight to get through them to get where I am.
Sing it.
Thank you, sir.
Sing
You're
it.
welcome. Love you, Ant. Love you. Later.
Thank you, John. Let's say hi to Mike in Virginia. Hey, Mike.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, Anthony, are you the new O&A hole after that comment you made after your Opie Chewy Chew thing?
That's me.
Oh, stop.
Oh, Opie, now.
I need to know the rules. Jewy Jew's bad now?
Yes.
Why is that one bad? For real, I really...
You know what? It's probably so bad you should just stop saying it.
Is it really?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that anymore.
I'm sorry.
That's good.
I'm
An apology's
sorry.
good. And then we
I was
don't
just
say
trying
that.
to get a laugh. I'm sorry.
It's the two of it together with the Y at the end of one. It just kind of sounds... I don't think David likes it. I don't think any
Where's
other
David? Look, we
people would
talked to
like
David.
it.
I miss him. We don't use him.
I miss him.
Let's go.
I miss him.
I do. Where is he?
Let's
I
go to
miss
Greg in
Master
Alabama.
Poe.
Oh, yeah, we should talk about Master Poe.
Oh, please, let's talk
Hold
about
on,
Master Poe.
Let's just get Greg his question out, and then we'll move on. Greg, go ahead.
Yeah, Jimmy, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good deal. I love you, but you're wrong about agreeing with Jay Mohr. This whole thing with the financial crisis, man, it started off with Carter, and then Clinton really pushed it, trying to get these banks to give all these quote-unquote disadvantaged minorities loans they couldn't pay back.
Dude, let me say something in this, and I'm not defending anyone, believe me. You can't fucking go back 8 years through Bush and blame Clinton for what the fuck is happening right now.
No, I'm not saying Bush has been perfect. I disagree with Bush.
You just
on a lot of
can't.
things.
It's redlining, I think they called it, about giving these mortgages to people who might not have. But the bottom line is, dude, these scumbags who are running these countries, they're accounting now. They're going to be brought in front of federal grand juries. These guys have been fucking.
Everybody puts everything on Bush, and it ain't right.
I'm not putting it on Bush, dude. I didn't mention
There's plenty
Bush
to pile
once.
on him without piling this on him.
I'm putting this on a bunch of people who have turned their backs against this, and they kind of let it happen behind their backs. And, you know, again, it's
Well, you can't go completely pro-Obama now because he was in on it too. He's the one that's backed a lot of this acorn shit.
dude. You got to most times with stuff like this, the Republicans are going to be a little bit more for the big companies, and the Democrats are going to be a little bit. You know, it's just the way it is. You know that.
Yeah, the big companies are going to give jobs. That's why
They go overseas, man. Look at all the companies that gone overseas. They're not going to fucking.
And that is wrong.
And unions drive a lot of those companies overseas because union guys are making $27 an hour. And I'm not saying they don't deserve it, but they can go overseas and get it for $8 an hour.
I'm just going to finish it up by saying I still love you. You're a fucking nut.
Thank you, man. But even with tax incentives and tax breaks, a lot of times it's just too expensive to do business here.
Nothing's going to stop
and technology
people employing people overseas.
Of course,
it's just it's cost effective for these companies.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's the way it goes. If they could outsource it to fucking China, we get lead fucking everything for our kids. But I don't know how to stop that. That is bad. But you can't tax the shit out of them also. Then you're going to be even sending more fucking jobs overseas.
Everyone's going to go.
It doesn't. The tax and spend fucking Democrats, it doesn't work. It sucks.
I agree.
You know what's happening in hockey? Like guys are going overseas to play because they're getting way better deals.
Of course.
Well, who's the big one over there right now? He's getting the same. He's getting the same salary, but no taxes.
Yeah.
Who the
Imagine
fuck was
that.
it? Roland
No
was
fucking
telling me.
taxes.
The Ranger dude.
Jack Klugman.
Jack Klugman is yes.
Jack Klugman.
He's playing in the Russian
Get
league.
hit in the throat with a puck. He just talks funny.
But man, I mean, everyone's going to go where they could get cheaper labor and more money and all that
just
crap.
want my money
This is
to
a
be
really
back
good
where it was.
question from Sam in
Yeah.
New York. Heading toward the
Yeah,
Master
what's up,
Poe
fellas?
thing. Yes, Sam.
What's up, man? Listen, I know I'm probably gonna upset me a little bit, but I do gotta ask this question.
For starters, before I ask the question, I'm going to let you guys know, man, I don't plan on voting. I feel like these bastards are going to do whatever the fuck they want regardless. They're going to raise taxes. Either which way is all a bunch of bull. They're going to do what they want, right? That's just my opinion.
All right.
Now, now, I understand, you know, you made it, you got it the way you got it because you did what you have to do, right? The same way everybody should. You're absolutely right. It is the land of opportunity. But now with that being said, you do have people that don't, you know, I guess can't cut that corner, so to speak, right?
What do you mean cut that corner?
What I mean by that, I mean, you know, that aren't as prosperous as yourself and other people in America.
All right.
All right. Now, my question is this: if you were on the other side of the fence, where you were, you know, you weren't doing so well, would you still ride on McCain?
Yeah, I have been on the other side of the fence. I was on the other side of the fence longer than I've been on this side of the fence. And to be honest with you, it wouldn't affect me on the other side of the fence. I wouldn't be sitting there going, yeah, tax them. Why would I want the company I'm working for, which would have been at the time, I guess, Apollo Air Conditioning, why would I want them to get the shit taxed out of them so that I might be laid off because, you know, they can't afford to pay me anymore? No, I wouldn't want them taxed either. It's not like he's wanting to raise everyone's taxes. He wants to raise taxes on people that are employing other people.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
So you would feel the same way if you were poor?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would.
I was, you know, making a regular guy living.
Yeah.
I was on the lower end of the regular guy living.
All of us that are in the studio right now, we were poor more years than we were, you know, well off.
I usually got a refund of maybe, you know, $500, $600
Remember
or something
when that
like
came
that.
in? You were like,
yeah. I was like, damn. But
I'm
you know,
rocking.
I paid my taxes. I worked. I paid my taxes, and I didn't want to be taxed anymore. Just like I don't want to be taxed anymore now. But I don't want the company that I'm working for to be taxed more. Sure. Because I'll just, you know, if business is bad and then the taxes go up, someone's fucking getting thrown out the door. And it's going to be the guy that was lazy and came in late every day. And that's me.
I was never a handout guy, ever. I never wanted anyone to help me.
Oh, please, me? I was giving me everything. I loved handouts.
Really? Handouts rule.
I was the laziest motherfucker on the face of the earth.
All right,
the less I could do, and the more I could get.
But those handouts come from people that are doing.
I was all family and stuff.
Doing better, though.
That's all
I went for handouts so fast I almost broke my knuckles on their knuckles.
Dude, I wanted some. I worked my ass off for it. I worked for a living.
Working for a living. Yeah. I'm not talking about hooking up bluegill or Tommy Cats. I'm talking about sharking.
There you go. The hockey player, thank you. Yes, of course, it's Yager. Yager's playing overseas because he got a way better deal, and they're not taxing his fucking salary.
That's got to be nice.
And I think it's going to start a trend with some of the, especially hockey. They're going to start, you know, going to other leagues that are going to take care of them.
Look, it's kind of the point where it's over 50%.
It's disgusting.
It's between federal, state, and then all the other taxes that you pay when you buy things and
every dollar you spend.
Corporate taxes, things, tax.
My favorite.
It always ends up. I'm more than 50% partners with the United States government.
My favorite tax, though, is the fact that, okay, now you have money after they took all these ridiculous taxes out. Then you put it in a bank account. You make a little interest off the money, and now they're taxing. How do they tax that again?
Tax that, and then go to spend it on something. And that's taxed.
Right.
It's like, wait, this is my taxed money that I'm buying this with. Why are you taxing it when I go to buy something?
How do they get that through?
I don't know. I was thumbing through the United States Constitution and its amendments. And I don't know how the fuck some of those things ever got through. Because they're worded in a way where it's like, who agreed to this shit?
Mm-hmm.
Like the tax amendment is... It's disturbing to read. It's like no one would have fucking agreed to this. But
they did.
They got it.
Somehow they got it by us. That's what you do in between broads is read the tax laws and the tax amendments.
I read through our Constitution.
Oh my God.
And you know,
God bless you.
Our amendments to the Constitution. Like knowing what's going on sometimes. Sometimes I just drink a lot. Right, Danny? Yeah.
There's an issue here we have to address real quick.
No, we don't, Jimmy.
No, this is a big one.
Oh,
okay.
According to some young lady, a certain Jim Norton is not on the motherfucking Pal Talk cam. and somebody wants to see a motherfucker's pretty face.
Why do you think I'm on it? I'm hogging it because a certain young lady wants to see me on the Pal
Well, how
Talk
about
cam.
you do that? How about we take it off the Opie and Anthony rug?
No, that's this cam is on. All right, we're on this cam. Okay, let me do this. I'll zoom
I don't
out.
mind. No. I want Anthony to have it.
No. There.
I'm not
How's
saying.
this? How's this,
Let me
Jimmy?
see. Hold on, go lower.
What are you doing? You have a
Better. That's better.
Jimmy's got a boner.
There you go.
Do you have a boner, Jimmy?
It's Jimmy Boner Cam.
I got about 3/4.
And would that certain lovely lady be Robert Kelly, who is on Pal Talk right now?
He fucking looks like one of the gang members from Once Were Warriors. Bob, you look like a creep in that fucking tank top.
Look at him. All tatted up. You thug. Oh, now his shirt's off. Calm down, fucker. Calm down.
Where is he?
Oh, no.
Is he on the motherfucking road?
The motherfucker.
Or is he home as shit?
Jimmy's fucking the console. There's cute Jimmy, right there.
Look at... I am a fucking mopey. I'm a fucking... I really am a fucking shapeless... Fucking... I'm a cartoon character. I'm looking at myself from the side on Pal Talk. And I'm just looking at my dumb fucking shapeless neck and my head. I'm like a fucking... I'm a finger.
You're a finger.
I'm a fucking disgusting digit.
Well, it's just a tribute to who you are, because you
if
do
I wasn't
very well.
funny, I really would be.
Then
a
you'd have to just jump off a building.
I would have nothing.
You'd be nothing.
Nobody would fuck me.
Imagine trying to get girls if you were like one of those douchebags who just had no sense of humor, serious guy.
Yeah, lawyer in my 50s, just a dumb cunt who couldn't meet a chick.
Oh, you would be fucking
the worst.
I'd have to push you off a building or something.
I was awful.
Save yourself.
Doing my dance moves when I got sober.
Ugh,
nice. I told you that I wear my pleated pants, and I thought the guys were checking out my moves at the dance club. But I think they were laughing at me.
Of course they were.
I didn't know.
Fucking Tony Manero? Who the hell do you think you are?
I had a couple of dance moves I thought were good.
Can we see them?
No.
Please?
No.
It's the only time I feel good is dancing down at the disco.
Can we see them? Pal Talk wants to see them.
Yeah, what did they look like?
Yeah, here you go. Here's your.
What did the dance moves look
I don't
like,
remember.
Jimmy?
Yeah, you do.
Let me see. Let me see what the dance moves
I only
look
remember.
Like. Just a little
Jimmy's
bit.
moving back. Though.
I only remember.
All right, here we go.
Move that chair a little bit.
I don't want to move the chair.
Yeah,
like
move the chair.
Yeah. Your
Come on,
chair. You just slide it back. There you go.
All I remember
All right, here we go.
is this one where I would kind of shake my hips and raise my leg.
Oh,
Yeah.
the chair's in the way.
Oh, good. Oh, go ahead,
Don't
Dan.
make me pick a better camera angle. All right, there we go.
This is all I remember. I swear to God, this move.
You didn't do that.
Yes, I did.
Elaine did that on Seinfeld.
I swear to God. I never saw that episode.
You know how Elaine did that thing with the
she
leg?
did
That's
that
sort of
weird
what Jimmy
leg
just
thing.
did.
I would literally, this is literally,
You did not.
I was probably 2 years sober. I was probably 21 years old.
Oh, my God.
That's 19 years
Can
ago.
you do it again? Oh, my God.
It was, and I would do it with both legs like
That's
that.
fantastic.
And I had pleated pants that fucking
Of course you did.
gripped my fucking ankles. I was a fucking jizzbag.
Boy.
That's the truth.
That is a nice dance step.
Yeah, I'm fucking good, man.
Are you?
Yeah.
And you thought maybe they were laughing at you?
No, I did. At first, I think they were looking at me, and I'm like, I thought I had a couple of moves that people liked.
moves.
And then I'm like, well, you never were a good dancer. Like, you could never do it.
Yeah. I was
was
never
awful.
I would never dance.
It's shameful.
Yeah. Oh, Jimmy.
Hey, I want to go to.
Fat-titted
If you don't mind, I want to go
Worthless.
to Dave in Massachusetts. Dave.
Yeah, I am poor, and I agree with Anthony. I don't think because I can't work anymore because I'm disabled that I should have all the things that someone that can work does.
Well, why are
that
you
sounds
disabled?
This is Blind
Bad.
Dave, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Blind Dave.
From our egg tossing.
Well, there's a line between people who are glomming onto the system
Right.
and us being generous and not being scumbags and helping people. There's a balance.
Well, I got sent to the right when I became
How about you talk,
disabled.
Blindy?
I don't mind throwing some change in
Yeah.
a hat every once in a while. I'll throw
Yeah.
some change in a hat.
Like I've said before, I don't like when they legislate my fucking charity. I want to give to whoever the fuck I feel like I want to give to.
Girls.
If I right, but No, I've told you, there are sometimes I'll read a story, it'll hit me like, that's a pretty sad situation, and then I'll take care of it.
Which is so weird to me.
But
how you talk on this show. That's the other side people don't really hear much about. Did you buy it like
I fessed up to one because no one fucking believed me. Yes, it was a wheelchair.
He took the old one to smell the seat.
Roll down a hill with it because the brakes didn't work?
No, it was stolen.
Some poor girl.
A girl's van, her mother's van was stolen, and it had her wheelchair in it and stuff.
Yeah, but the bitch should have left it in there.
I remember that.
So I wrote a little check.
Did they ever
for her
contact
wheelchair.
you?
No.
He probably asked for naked pictures of the girl.
I didn't get one picture.
Hey, those fucking
money for GIFs.
Hey, do those worthless turnip roots she calls legs? Can I throw them open?
All right, I'll see you guys. So
See ya.
to speak.
No, you won't.
Yeah, no.
Can I throw those
Poor guy.
fucking Raggedy Andy legs? They have
Raggedy Andy. Just flopping all over the place.
Yeah, like the fucking doll in Poltergeist drags the kid under the bed.
There's just no reason for some politician to tell me that I have to take care of somebody or some group of people or anybody. If I want to take care of someone, I'll fucking take care of them on my own. I'm not going to be legislated to fucking take more of my money now that I'm already paying through the goddamn nose, you motherfucker, and dole out more because Obama thinks everyone should be on equal footing. Fuck you.
Why don't they, look at themselves? They got enough money to figure out some issues. So why do you have to keep looking at us?
And people aren't really getting part of my point here is sometimes it doesn't work.
We get it.
Sometimes you work your fucking ass off. Everything goes the right way. And then you still, for some reason, you can't make ends meet. Something falls apart. We all go through bullshit in our lives where it's like, oh shit, things were going good and now this happens. It's called fucking life. Mm-hmm. That's what happens. And in this country, you're not entitled to fucking make it. It just happens. People get lucky. The next day, you're not. And then the next day, somebody else that's in the shitter can be up on top. It's just how it works.
Hey, can we change gears for a second? Well,
If it's the gears to a police car.
Yeah, Master Poe got arrested.
What does
we
it
don't
say?
know why yet. No, there's
What's his sign?
Do we know why Master Poe got arrested?
I think we have details.
We have details?
Impersonating a guy who works?
Anthony. We did get a picture of him sleeping on the job that made it onto a couple websites.
Who is this behind me? I can't believe I'm getting a police escort to work. They must know I'm going to be late.
Mars might have some info on the
Poe arrest.
On the Poe arrest? Well, just to set up, and I can't believe it took 3.5, 4 hours to start talking about this, but Anthony has Master Poe meet him every morning.
Yes.
And there was no Master Poe this morning.
No, he texted me that he was pulled over and he's going to be a little late.
Yeah.
And then I pulled up in front of the building. He wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then I found out that he was subsequently arrested.
Yeah.
I am now behind bars instead of in one trying to pick up some girl.
I like that. So what do we know?
First of all, I have a cup here for contributions for his bail.
All right. Well, how full is that?
So far, I got. Wait, I'll tell you in a second. I got 2 no's. I got 2 spits. I got 1 stapler, and somebody urinated in the cup.
Oh, they beat me to it.
So
look! I had my hand on my buckle and everything. I was gonna keep my bit going today.
Okay.
What do we know about him being arrested?
Apparently, outstanding tickets.
That's nothing.
That's easy.
Wants and warrants. Now, outstanding tickets also means suspended license, which means impounded vehicle, which means more tickets. And wow.
It all initiated with, I believe, speaking on the phone and no seatbelt. That was the reason for the stoppage.
Speaking on the phone.
He's still in jail 5 hours later?
I don't know.
Oh, we don't know?
No.
Maybe.
Oh, here's Kenny.
Well, I know he wasn't on the phone with me at the time.
Why the smile, Kenny? You creep.
It's amazing.
Hi.
I would say my professional opinion.
Yeah.
All right. He got pulled over for whatever traffic offense.
Sure.
All right? If he's got unpaid traffic tickets, then it's a safe bet that his license is suspended, and unpaid tickets, and you got warrants.
Yeah.
So that's why he was arrested, and we found out what his bail was, and then they probably impounded his car.
Right.
All right. So once he gets somebody to pay his bail, then he'll have to.
How much was his bail?
$221, I believe.
That's it. Wow.
Who the fuck has a $221 bail?
I am a criminal.
Yeah.
Do not fuck with me. I'm Karate Man.
It'll probably cost him more to get his car out of the impound.
Of course it will, because the car is smarter.
And then the new tickets. The new tickets from this current offense from today, probably whatever.
Yeah, whatever that is. So it's gonna be a little bit of cash.
Wouldn't it be funny if he couldn't raise the bail money and then he hung himself in his cell?
They didn't take my shoelaces.
He hanged himself.
Or he gets out and goes to a halfway house and puts Poe's here up on the beam
and he has
then hangs himself.
He has to work his way back into society. Society.
Let's not underestimate him. He's so stealthy. He probably escaped by now.
Wow. Thanks, Kenny.
The world had gotten itself in an awful big hurry. I seen an automobile once. I guess I go to my job at the Foodway.
Yeah.
Is that it, the Foodway?
Something like that.
I don't like the manager at the Foodway.
I keep thinking maybe I'll run into Mars. But he doesn't come.
Hey, Mars, you can help him out?
Maybe I'll rob the Foodway. I could shoot the manager.
They keep
like
hiding
a bonus or something.
They keep hiding my chess pieces in my cell.
Mars, you want to help out, Poe?
I believe I've already done that.
I've decided I'm not going to stay. Yeah?
I've helped him out by getting him this job. And I don't know, somehow it's hurting me.
Yeah.
You know? All his antics. And
Shenanigans?
Wait, I thought he got you the job. You got him the job?
Yes,
Oh,
Opie.
boy.
It was
Oh, boy.
In my defense.
Wait.
Hey, he's trying to apologize.
In my defense, I was asked for a person that does security. No one asked me, that I should be very particular about his work ethics or his, whatever he does outside of here.
Yeah.
So, Opie, I apologize to you.
You should apologize to Kenny because we've been trying to get him hired for fucking 4 years.
I tunneled a hole in the wall, but unfortunately, I did it underneath the poster instead of behind it. So they saw it.
Could you get me Bruce Lee? I want Bruce Lee. It'll take a couple of days.
Poor Poe. Wow, that's a lot of zeros. What's 250 and then 369
That's
zeros?
billion.
That's billions.
$250 billion bank buy-in.
It's good to know we have that
Buying
kind
bank
of money
shares.
if we really need to.
The country is now in the banking business. I'm in the banking business.
That's
I
wonderful.
want to learn the banking business.
Yeah. Hey, call me. You play with that young girl. Big cock in the bathroom, Santino. Fucking Lucy and her big pussy. If you read the book, her pussy, she had a big giant pussy, and only Sonny could fuck her right.
Because Sonny had a big cock.
Giant cock.
Yeah.
And he fucked Lucy in her big, deep pussy. Big cavernous twat. Love that. And Don was a prude. He hated it.
All right, Mars, thanks. So
I'd like to be able to say
I knew you
that the sisters never got to Poe, but sometimes things don't work out. Oh, damn. I wonder if Poe has to defend himself in the joint.
I would take dirt from outside and sprinkle it in my cell.
Oh, wait a minute.
Who's Alexandre dumbass? Oh, that's me.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Poe is incarcerated. In the joint.
We're calling for an update.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
let's get an update.
Maybe I'm out. Nah, wouldn't be that fast.
Hope he's on the lam.
I want to call Chico's bail bonds. Have that little kid bring me, that little Tanner Boyle bring me some money.
Wow, good call, man. I was watching that this morning before, so I couldn't sleep. Yeah.
Oh, that'll get you to sleep.
That was
You jack off to that and just doze off.
I don't know who I want to fuck more, Tanner or Lupus. Hope, you go first.
I'll go with Lupus myself.
I know.
Not much of a problem. That's an
I don't
easy
know.
one.
Yeah. Lupus might not tell if you threaten his parents.
You didn't watch the new version, right?
No, I don't know. I
good.
recognize that.
All right, good.
All
good.
I know is that that Tanner Boyle was kissably cute. He was make-outable.
Holy shit.
Jesus, Jimmy.
Kelly Leak probably had the bigger penis.
Well, of course.
Like, he probably had not even a big one, but just like a long, skinny one.
Yeah, probably growing a little hair on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which had a little piss dripping off his, little smoke in his butts.
One freckle on his penis head.
A black kid had a tiny dick for a black kid.
But he liked Hank Aaron.
Mohammed.
Yeah.
He was up in the tree. Yeah, he wasn't sporting much in those. He was down to his underpants.
Yeah. Oh,
yes, Steve.
Real quick update.
Yes.
Confirmed Poe is still incarcerated.
In jail. He's still in jail.
In Canarsie. He's in Canarsie.
He's in Canarsie.
So what's the deal?
Hasn't posted bail.
All right.
Why?
Hey, he hasn't posted bail. It's $250.
$220.
220?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus. Isn't it 10% of whatever the bail is? Can he get out for like $24?
He should try to make a deal, yeah.
Make a deal. Get the DA in here. I want to make a deal. I'll admit to a murder if you lower my bail. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, so you want me to stand in a lineup? All right. How much will you pay me? Wait, she pointed me out for what? Rape? This is all bullshito.
I hope he doesn't have a bloody gi in that car. Man, that would just...
Damn. But officer, I own a dojo.
I don't understand. I'm not supposed to be in here.
Officer, it's okay. I walk Anthony into the building every day, and he has PBA cards.
What's up, A-Rock?
I wonder what this is in my rearview mirror. Why would they be pulling me over? I'm Master Poe. Let me show them my certificates.
Do you think that little board that he had to hold for his mugshot said Poe, Master?
Oh shit!
Somebody was telling me a story that the DHL or the FedEx guy came to deliver something the other day, and so he signed for it. And the guy asked what his last name was, and he said Poe. The guy's like, "What's your first name?" And he said Master.
No, come on.
Yeah, I saw that happen. That was real.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Oh, you gotta go pee-pees?
But
I do too.
Yeah, I'll film it.
Let's go, me and you.
But.
But, no.
Dude, XM screwed up bad.
What happened?
Let me get that. Hang on.
Really fast. They're going to lay off more people starting tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Screw up.
It's a takeover. We all know that by now. This was not emergency.
Takeover, a rape.
No.
Yeah, serious takeover. XM.
Serious dog shoved up an X in a hiney. I fucked up. I haven't slept. I'm sorry.
XM the merger music.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
The fucking Serious door slams.
Yeah.
Yeah. You fuck him. Fire him. Yeah, fire him.
Instead of like Marcellus Wallace, it's Flash Phelps with a ball gag in his mouth. that fucking shitty Spanish guy, what's his name?
Oh, fuck yeah.
The Mad Mexican.
The Mad Mexican.
Taking a deep dick in.
Well, you let
Mexican.
you let the gimp out, and he has fucking bad breath, and he does it to the whole company, right up the ass. You mismanaging zilch.
We lost a lot of great people already, but Orbitcast.
Who's the most recent raping?
Well, listen to this. Orbitcast.com. They seem to be fans of the show. The headline report possible XM layoffs to begin tomorrow. They've been laying off people all along.
Oh yeah,
since this merger was announced. A number of XM satellite radio staffers have discovered that their termination date has been released on the company's intranet. Not internet. Intranet?
How could I shut that down?
According to a report from All Access. The intranet page listed employee information, including vacation days, benefits, and a termination date of October 15th.
Oh, shit.
Oopsie.
Oh, damn.
Many XM employees have already left the company out of respect to the many that have been affected. I refuse to identify those individuals, though some have issued their farewell letters fairly publicly. Note, George Taylor Morris. Reasons for leaving are said to be personal, but the point is that his leaving was public and others shouldn't be.
Personal. They're lopping heads off like in Caligula.
Yeah, what the fuck are they talking
Throwing
about?
rotten fruit at them and fucking burn up to their necks.
It was an amicable split.
And that's
Yes.
and it says All Access ended its report with the list could be very long. I was wondering why all these like goodbye emails have been being sent out the last few months. That's because they found this info. And
They
said,
knew,
Fuck
yeah.
that, I'm leaving on my own terms.
It's over, Johnny.
So
what a fucking merger.
What incompetence.
There was a point where XM was so far ahead of Sirius.
Just incompetence.
And there was a certain CEO that was in charge over there at XM that...
loved us. He was
yeah. Didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like your show, but I understand, why it's popular, I guess. Fuck you!
Did he say that, really?
Yeah.
First day.
Fucking bad breath ass cunt. Way to fucking just put this company right down the shitter. Good job, mismanaging douche.
Really terrible.
Ugh.
Terrible.
God, just sitting there in that office that just smelled like fucking mothballs and cheese. Ugh. I have to listen to his crap.
Oh, it was good.
Oh, man.
What was wrong with it?
Another one who probably got a golden parachute. Oh, God, does that fuck annoy me.
The golden parachute was four toothbrushes attached to a diaper.
Get the hint.
Makes E-Rock seem like the ultra bright girl.
No, the two of them would actually not be permitted. Like, nature wouldn't allow them. They would be like repelled by each other when they got like within 4 feet.
It would be like Hancock. If they got too close, they would lose their powers.
They just shut down.
No one saw that movie, Danny.
No.
What movie?
Hancock.
Oh, with I didn't see it.
Obviously.
Boo.
That's one for the secret show.
Yeah.
That was up 66. It's dropped a few hundred already.
Well, people are going to be, taking some
good.
some profits there, Jimmy.
I better go
They're making
piss.
money today.
Yeah.
All right, quick break. Oh, sorry. Opie and Anthony.
Be great.
We have, Did you do that too?
What?
Who else burped?
I did not know. I sniffled.
We got the South Park raping Indiana Jones thing that we were talking about earlier this morning.
Yeah.
This thing is fucking... I was creeped out watching it. Have you seen the whole episode yet, Ant?
No. Check that out.
South Park raping Indiana Jones.
I've been watching a lot of like television like that. Like I used to watch a lot more television. All I watch these days are the same 5 movies over and over again just to go to sleep to. Because if I put on something new, I'm not going to go to sleep.
How about you just turn the TV off?
No.
Still too scary?
I just don't like going to sleep in silence and darkness.
Let me guess the movies.
Yeah,
that
I hate it.
You
I like it like very dark, but TV light glimmering kind of dark.
You need some sound
And I like the sound.
Your go-to movies are Back to the Future, Aliens.
Yes, Alien and Aliens. Both.
Right.
Yeah.
I got you. There's 5, you said.
Yeah, about 5. It's probably more, but
no, there was one you. Shit. Give me a hint.
Homosexuals would love it.
Oh my God. Philadelphia. Wait, no.
Boogie Nights.
No. Oh, look at that.
Rent?
Someone on Pal Dog got it. Wow. How'd you figure that out?
Homosexual.
No.
What?
No.
Top
of course.
Gun?
Oh, Top Gun. Duh.
No. That's not one of my go-to movies.
No.
Gladiator.
Gladiator, okay.
That, homosexuals love the Gladiator movies.
Who doesn't?
But, yeah. The Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
Any of the Matrix movies.
Never
I'll just
fall
pop them on.
asleep to that shit.
Yeah.
I would keep watching.
And Fight Club.
Fight Club?
Oh, yeah. That's on. It's on.
That's your go-to movie. You ever read the book?
It's one of my go-tos. No, never read the book.
I read the book. Oh,
I like the book. You didn't like the book?
the book is very, very different. It's a little weird, and I kind of like the movie better than the book, believe it or not.
A lot of people have said that.
I mean, the book is great. I enjoy Palahniuk's work a lot, but
you know what though? I think the movie confused everybody and made it look like Chuck Palahniuk was a better author than he really is. That's what I'm starting to think. Yes,
well, that's
Fight Club, the movie's amazing.
Yeah.
The book was definitely good, but everyone thinks he's a brilliant author, and I think it's because of
it was
the movie.
It was the translation. It was the translation from the book into the screenplay by Jim Mohr. It was a fantastic screenplay.
I love the book Choke by Chuck Palahniuk. And I refuse to watch the movie. I'm hearing nothing but horrendous things about it. And you would think I would run out and see the movie because I love the book.
I'll probably check it out, but I've heard the same things.
And the last three Chuck Palahniuk books, I didn't even finish. I'm bringing in that porn one, by the way, for you.
Oh, yeah, I'll check that out.
Ooh.
He wrote a book, it's sort of a porn, I don't know, like an X-rated book.
Isn't it about a gangbang?
Yeah.
And it's the same story told by the perspective of I think 3 or 4 different
guys that are
in the gang
are gonna gangbang this porn star that's going for the record.
Oh, okay.
And even for the porn angle, I'm like, all right, this could be cool. It's not cool. I haven't picked it up in 2-3 months. I'm bringing it for you.
I like Lullaby. I thought that was a really good book.
Lullaby was a very good book.
I think, and I mean, if they were going to make any film, any one of his books into a film, I figured it was definitely going to be that one. Way before Choke. I didn't really see Choke.
You guys want to read good books? Get the Hardy Boys.
Oh yeah.
What's Lullaby about?
Lullaby is about it's like an old ancient passage that gets printed in a children's book, and if it's read aloud,
it
kills people.
It'll kill the person that you're reading it to. So it's a story about this detective. He's investigating a whole bunch of SIDS deaths, and then finds that this is the common link was this children's book that was in all of the.
But then, it's printed elsewhere, so other people are dying, and it's like a mass
and he starts
killing thing.
And this detective starts honing his skill unknowingly to the point where he can just think the passage in someone's direction, and they'll just die. So he's walking down the street in a bad mood. And people are just dropping down like flies because he's
that's
just
fucked
thinking
up
this
right
passage.
there.
So he's got to figure out this whole puzzle before it kills the world because it's getting more and more, popular, right?
Yeah.
Mass appeal or what have you.
Ooh.
I forgot because it's been many years. Where was the passage starting to appear? Like in.
I don't remember.
It's frightened.
I'll say that was probably like the last book I read.
Me.
And that book came out. Like 7, 8 years.
Why isn't it a movie?
The Hardy Boys, when they have to solve the mystery of the hooker with the Felch Tiny.
Felch Tiny.
She wakes up, right? And she's like, where is the cum in my asshole? And there's a straw in her hiney and no one's to be found. So the Hardy Boys have to investigate. And they realize that Nancy Drew stole it.
Oh, that bitch.
And was using it to do a candle waxing in her ear. Boo.
A little
scratchy.
A little South Park audio for you. The raping of Indiana Jones. This is the dramatic rape flashback.
Oh, God! Somebody do something! Why are they doing this? They're just taking Indiana Jones and they're raping him! I can't watch! Let's get out of here, Kyle! Why would Spielberg and Lucas do this? Come on, let's go! Why are they doing this? Just run! Oh, God, what have they done? Why aliens? Aliens don't belong in an Indiana Jones movie! Come on, dude, there's nothing we can do! Why? We can't help him now! I thought it was pretty good! Let's just go! Let's just go!
Stupid butters.
I thought it was pretty good!
Is this like a metaphor, you think?
Yeah. Just a bit.
Yeah. Then the first rape scene from Boys Don't Cry.
Oh, is that what it...
Well, I mean, that's what they're kind of referring to here.
Look out, Indy! It's Steven Spielberg and George Lucas.
Well, hello there, Indiana. You're looking good.
No, what are you gonna do to him?
Oh, yeah. No.
Andy!
Yeah, get his pants down. Get his pants down. Oh, then look at tonight. He ain't going nowhere. Yeah.
No, stop! Rain!
Dude, I honestly think they're talking about the fact that they did a last movie and they probably shouldn't have.
Yeah, no. I think they're like, it's really just rape.
Oh.
Yeah, they're just raping them for fun.
What are you doing, Jimmy?
Oh, there goes the market is going to collapse, I bet.
No.
Fucking chilly.
No, they're
still up 143.
They're just taking some profits, man. You know how this works.
I know how this works. These heavy hitters are going to wait until some people get in and then sell like motherfuckers, make a big profit, and leave all the poor little bastards holding the bag.
Because they're scumbags. They're fucking vultures, man.
They know how to play.
They're just vultures. It's a fucking predatorial thing. I never should have gotten involved with it.
It's a game that the pros know how to play. It's like it's like stepping in and putting on football a football getup, the old uniform, going out on the field and playing in a professional football game. You're gonna get your fucking ass kicked.
I think I can do this.
All right, I know the rules.
Right.
I got the materials I need. So let me just go out and do it. And it's like, no, see, these pros are going to kick your ass.
They've been trained to do this.
Yeah, they know how to do it. They've been doing it for a while. That's what it is. You get in.
Played in intramurals.
It's the same. We're working with the same equipment.
Next thing you know, you're Daryl Stingley. You're shitting into a bag. While fucking stockbroker Jack Tatum fucking
lives high on the hog.
Yeah, whatever Jack Tatum does.
Yeah, here's the rape scene from The Accused.
Well, Indiana Jones. You're looking nice. Hey! There you go, Lucas, stick him! He's gonna do it right there! All right, Georgie!
Grab his hand!
Hey, leave him alone! Come on, big guy! No.
The creepiest part of that, it's obviously a really good visual. George Lucas's face turns beet red as he's coming.
He goes, and just comes in his ass.
It's so wrong. And then finally, the rape scene from Deliverance.
Well, Indiana Jones. What you doing in our neck of the woods? Now, let's you just drop them pants. Drop? Just take them right off. Now, what do you guys want?
Don't say anything, just do it. Pull off that little old bitty shirt there, too.
Them panties.
Panties.
There, boy. I bet you can squeal. I bet you can squeal like a pig. Go on, squeal. Squeal now. Squeal. Squeal. Squeal louder. 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 Get down there, boy. Get them britches down. Yes, sir. Come on, squeal.
It's okay. You don't have to feel alone anymore.
And we can't say fag on the radio. No. On the other side, anyway.
No. No.
Pretty unbelievable. There you go. SouthParkStudios.com. Thank you, Fast Freddy, Jamaica Station. That's where you can see the episode if you haven't seen it yet. Hopefully.
I saw Deliverance recently, too.
That movie's just...
Like, it's just kind of a strange movie. But, God, that scene. And you know you're just watching it to see the scene.
Oh, of course.
It's like, come on, here it is. All right. Big fat Ned Beatty just getting fucked in the ass by some toothless hillbilly.
Didn't he have to suck his dick, the other guy's dick, too? He had a pretty mouth.
I don't think he did, though. I think he just got it in the ass.
You sure got a pretty mouth, boy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what do you remember from the rest of the movie? It's one of those movies. That's all you really remember.
The whole beginning of it is guys hanging out canoeing.
Yeah.
And then they kind of, get accosted.
Yeah.
And Ned Beatty gets a dick in his fat ass.
And then
the rest of it is kind of hunting the guy down, and they kill a couple of people and try to hide him, and kind of ruins their lives, kind of a thing.
Burt
Reynolds breaks his leg.
Then they go back to work on Monday.
Yeah. Yeah. One guy wants to, hide the dead guy. Another guy doesn't.
Self-defense.
Yeah.
Isn't John Voight in that movie?
Is John Voight?
A young John Voight?
And the father from Apple's Way.
How do you know that?
I don't know why I know
everybody.
that. Apple's Way.
You bother everybody
That
with
was
your
a show that was
knowledge.
supposed to, because the Waltons was so popular, that was supposed to be another show.
That was the other network's
There's
version.
always the other network's version of every hit show that there has ever been that no one ever remembers.
Yep.
But that was,
Apple's Way. What is that
Apple's
about?
Way. It was about the Apple family.
Ugh.
That ugly little kid from fucking, what the hell was she? What the hell was her name? I can't even remember.
Dakota Fanning.
Some ugly little kid was Dakota Fanning is starting to become hot. I'm putting the alert out right now. Dakota Fanning is starting to become hot.
How old is she?
She's still very, very too young. But you can tell the fixins are there. You ever see, when mom's going to cook something real good, and everything she's going to cook is out?
Like
and
what,
you go,
a child?
And you're like, ooh. And now you look and you go, ooh, I bet that's going to be delicious when it's all put together and cooked.
Frozen
and it comes
stuffing.
out. Or she's baking a cake and mixer, and she lets you lick the batter off of the mixer blade. Hairless pussies.
Oh, Jesus. Where you let the cookies cook first before you lick the batter.
Well, I'm just saying, you know that it's going to be
the damn thing to cook.
You know they're gonna be good cookies. I'm not saying eat the batter. I'm saying you know that batter is gonna make some great cookies.
But we all
in
have to
time.
lick a little batter.
But you can look at the batter and go, I know it's gonna be good cookies. And even when you put them in the oven and look a little while, they're not done yet.
So
it's still very soft and warm.
Basically, what you're saying is, as long as you just lick a little bit of the batter, you're okay.
No, if you're licking the batter, you're in trouble.
If you're taking the whole batter, just gobbling it up, now you got a problem.
You better not even have pictures of the batter on your computer. You just don't touch the batter. I'm just saying, you can tell.
Yeah.
She's kind of getting to that point where it's starting to, you start to get a little idea of what she might look like.
Redding writes, will this quote end up in Time Magazine? Linger longer.
Oh, yeah.
We have the Time Magazine article. We haven't talked about it in a while.
Stupid quote.
How old is Dakota now?
Hang on. She was born in, I think, 94.
94.
94. 14 years.
Yeah, so
See?
she's...
See, you can...
14.
You can tell by
years.
then. You can tell by then if they're going to grow up and be either hot or dogs.
Hollywood years, she's like 20 already.
Yeah.
She's doing stuff that the average 14-year-old doesn't do.
Yeah.
You can just tell, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I got a shot?
What did you say in Time Magazine? You were basically talking about the Olsen twins when they were still like 14, 15?
Yeah, I said Ashley was the
goer
or something. I don't know. It was the only thing that was quoted from me. I'm in Time fucking Magazine.
That guy hated you.
And, yeah.
I remember
douche.
that. He's all over TV now.
I said so many things, and he picks that as my quote.
What's his name? Joel Stein, I believe?
Yeah, he does those, or he used to do those.
Best Week Ever and all that.
80s.
He used to just be a dumb little writer in Time Magazine, and he hated Anthony that day. I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
Because you did say some good stuff, but he didn't care. All right.
You go to the meeting?
What?
You have to go to the meeting.
Yeah. Oh, God, yes.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, that's a pretty recent one. She was just on the Today Show.
Aunt, there you go. There's your girlfriend.
See? Look, you could tell. She's a little alien-looking still.
Would you lick that?
See the,
oh, God.
Lick that?
Not that. This picture of the batter I got
Is that
over
a recent picture?
Yeah, that's fairly recent.
Yeah, okay. You could tell she's kind of getting an alien look to her, but those tend to go away once the face stretches out a little more.
She's going to be ugly.
You think?
Yep.
Her eyes too far apart?
Yep. She's gonna be ugly.
She might grow into that though.
She looks like a mountain person.
Yeah, she doesn't like that.
A mountain person? What is that, like an inbred?
Yeah.
I like that.
Big forehead.
It's hysterical.
Jimmy, are you all right over there?
I couldn't sleep last night because my sleep schedule was fucked up.
Yeah.
I slept during the day yesterday. And last night I was just fucking wide awake, man. I tried to sleep.
Oh, Yimmy.
And now I'm tired than a motherfucker.
The market is like slipping here.
Good.
We started 300, almost 400 points up. We're only 50 up, but people are taking some profits.
I'm going to last for 20 minutes in this meeting and then hop into a cab.
Yeah, this better be of substance. I can tell right away if it is. If not, I'm going to have horrible explosive diarrhea and have to remove myself from the meeting.
Yeah.
And if they don't think I will, I have it, I'm going to shit in my pants.
I'll say
I got it. I smell it. Guy, please.
I'll say, look, I'm getting bitten by the board bug.
I'd fuck that in a second.
What is wrong with you?
Oh.
I just wanted to get a reaction.
Yeah, but
This website is fucking.
But there seems to be truth in that reaction.
Dude, there's not one picture on there you can show me I haven't seen already.
Some of these are a little suspect.
Yeah, I know. Look at this one.
Wait, hang on. Let me blow it up a little bit.
They really did get a little crazy with her as far as some of the pictures of Dakota Fanning. Like there she is in bed.
With dumb feet.
Like with her dumb feet.
She's a dork.
Don't call Dakota Fanning a dork. Where can Roland get her on the show as a guest?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you can show her the
Wouldn't that
opening
be
line
good?
of my HBO special last year.
Oh, look, she's jumping on the bed.
Oh my God,
this is
what's wrong with
this
you?
is like child pornography.
Creepy.
It's horrible. It is creepy.
All right, let's do line of the day.
Yeah, I gotta go to a motherfucking meeting.
That's right.
The man requested my presence.
Yeah, we got it.
He said there was something in it for me. By the way, can I point something out?
Yeah.
To the audience? I'm very tired. But I do want the audience to realize that I'm aware that for all intents and purposes,
yeah,
I bombed for 5 hours.
No! Yee-me!
It's okay. I'm not ashamed. I feel no guilt.
For all intents and purposes.
But I want you to understand, I had a couple of doozies.
Yeah.
But they were wiped out by double play after double play. My solid base hit and my one double off the wall were wiped out when I bunted with 2 strikes into the on-deck circle.
Jesus, Jimmy. All right. Tomorrow's another day. Let's do this line of the day.
Sorry.
It's brought to you by WebX.com. You hold meetings, you make presentations, and guess what? You do it from the comfort of your own home or office. Check it out at WebX.com. Here is a runner-up line of the day. These are just whatever happens to you when you live a life.
He was kissing Eve Plum.
Eve Plum. Cindy has denied rumors that she starred in an adult film.
Mr. Brady had 2 plums on the bridge of his nose. It's nothing better than a good Mr. Brady rant. God damn, we've been doing it for years.
Before he died. In fucking 63 before the show happened.
Just look at that guy.
He had 2 plums on the bridge of his nose.
Anything that could conjure up the image of a cock or balls in his ass or mouth will do it.
You know how big the dick would have to be if the balls were like 2 plums?
2 big plums just resting on his nose, hurting him.
Big meaty sack. Throat full of dick. Jesus. Fucking unclipped.
Oh, shit.
He was known as a skin freak.
Skin?
He liked a foreskin that not only had like skin covering the tip, but that fucking drooped down like a fucking elephant's trunk. Icky girl.
Right.
All of them had cunts that smelled like their mother.
This one in curls. It's a story of a homosexual
who was sitting on 3 cocks of his own. They were 3 men and him.
They were all alone.
Bum, 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 bum.
We do the rest of the runner-up.
Hunch.
This guy would somehow surprise the family.
We gotta get out of here now.
Cocky him. Just let it go.
All right, let's do a runner-up.
He's got dark bumps.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We had a hunch. We had a hunch. He'd sit and his asshole would go crunch. I don't even know what that means, but I somehow figured there was dicks in it.
It kind of works. It works. Webex.com, another runner-up line of the day.
He like come for lunch. He like come for lunch.
He visits in the garage.
How do you hug your mother?
Oh, you squeeze her headlights, jam it in the old exhaust pipe.
They had to change it and take out the UNT. And they said, we got to make it about a vehicle.
My mother the cunt. Holy shit.
And the Dow was in negative territory.
Yeah, you watch. Here comes a huge
Negative.
sell-off.
Negative.
Everyone's going, well, look, wait, now I can still get some bargains. Let me buy.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fat cats are going, meow.
Another runner-up line of the day.
I saw your underwear.
What's underneath was bare. Come sit on my lap in this chair.
This is him playing her pussy.
Court, my hand on the Bible, as I swear. Oops. Oof, dump that. I stepped all over the ears for him playing her pussy.
Well, it was a nice...
God damn. He's playing the Claire.
Hey, you guys remember the fat dude in Ohio that was too fat to be executed?
Yep. Yes.
Yeah. I want to thank Jeremy S. from Cleveland. They fried the fat fuck today.
Good.
All right.
But they don't fry you anymore.
Nah, they gave him a lethal injection.
Lethal injection with his morning breakfast. He's done, though.
That pig selfish fool.
I sure would like some of that cornbread your wife made.
Is it free? Can I have some?
I would like some of that cornbread your wife makes. Is it free?
Poe still in jail, huh?
Hope so.
Another runner-up line
I'll take care of Mr. Jangles. He's going to the mouse circus. Can I get a job there? All right.
We're trying to go to the meeting.
I know.
See, we're going to make it till 11 again.
I got it.
All right.
I got it. What, an annoying habit?
Another runner-up line of the day.
Perfect for groceries, the beach, or any other daily activities. He's got a bag out there you can buy.
Mr. Brady should have used that. The Fab Four. That was how many pounds he weighed.
Well, the Harrisons have already come out with a hat.
The Harrison hat?
Yeah, they combine with Jello brand pudding pops.
I like that you had to squeeze the hat. You're like, you squeeze the hat and the pudding comes.
You open your mouth and you wring the hat out over your mouth and a pudding treat.
Pudding comes out.
Pudding hat.
George Harrison's hat.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Webex.com, thank you. Line of the day and out? Is that what we do today?
agree.
All right.
Heck yeah.
Here comes line of the day. Line of the day.
Claire, my hand on the Bible, the judge makes me swear. Boo.
No. And had to shoehorn back there.
Yes, I did shoehorn. That's what he had to do with Claire. I realize you said that.
Feast of the Tabernacles.
Tabernacle. Let me just say, Erock just came in with a little note that said I should text Poe to tell him to get my car.
Yeah. I can't. I'm in the lockup.
I'm in jail.
Yes. Tango. Cash.
All right, it's meeting time.
Yay!
Meeting time. Yuck.
See everybody tomorrow.
Yeah. Yuck. Hate meetings. All right. See you later.
Travis, quick. We get to do the show now.
Oh.
Remember? We were going to do it
Step
yesterday.
away. Hi. All right. I'll see you later. See you later. Bye. Bye.
Coming
There
up
I
next,
go.
The Danny and Travis Show. 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 Travis Show.